Okay, we are back with a stream of EWC 2026 co-streamed by the Daydreamers, and we are seeing that entry of teams have started. And here comes the entry of our Indian team Apex Gaming. Hello everyone, Feet Nil 69 start. Hello, welcome everyone. Hello, final G of EWC 26 Free Fire. Get ready for the excitement. Get ready for the excitement of the grand finals of EWC 2026, co-streamed by the Daydreamers, myself Snehapurva. I will be with you during whole match points of the day. Today we are gonna witness EWC 2026 final day of the tournament. Today will be decided the champions. The title will be given to the winner, to the champions who are gonna win today. Let's see who are gonna win today. Can India make their moment here at EWC 2026? Can India win the title of EWC 2026 Free Fire champions? Can they become the title holder of EWC 2026? Today we are excited very much about the grand finals of EWC 2026.
Of India. It is for the players of India. It's for the community of India to see for the very first time. Imagine they step onto Esports World Cup and there are 3 teams. And on day 1, nothing happens. Day 2, Team Apex Gaming end up getting 2 booyahs and that rallies up the entire other squads. And survival state starts off. We end up seeing an Indian booyah to start things off. SA Duel then follow up. Tag follow up. Back to back. A lot of cascading things happening. And Neptune, you mentioned, out of the 10 games we had, 5 ended up going to India.
Yeah, I mean, and there's a lot that has been brought in by India right now, and there's a real surprise. It's not only teams, it's not only viewers out there, even the talents, because at some point they were introduced right here, and there's very little expectation. But now this is where those were broken. There's a lot of challenges that they face, and again, group stages, like not so much points, but when they went into survival stage, that's when they dominated. Didn't even expect this kind of numbers out of teams. 40% for both Team Apex Gaming as well as SAUL to be able to get to the top 3. And like judging from the teams that were part of survival stage, that was not easy.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't easy. And I think most importantly, I don't know what it is, the mentality, right? Coming into day number 2. I remember AJ was saying, hey, even if you get 1 Indian team up there, it's already really good. Well, lo and behold, we have 2 onto the big stage. And most importantly, the consistency that came in during the survival stage, during the elimination day as well, was shot. It was night and day. I'm not too sure what happened the night before. I'm not too sure what they talked about. I'm not too sure what the coaches were happening. And this is where I think everyone's getting very, very cautious, because no team should be looked down upon. No team should be underestimated. And in this situation today, everything is up in the air.
Yeah, everything is going to be up. That's the status of our grand stage now. But talking about this, there is one team that I'm pretty sure upset majority of the Southeast Asian teams who wanted to be here in the grand finals yesterday in survival stage. That is none other than Lions. They roared yesterday. Their name completely glittering and golden rays of sun.
Yes!
They took the stage up on a storm and now they are here. Yes, the other giants are still here, but they are one to look out for.
Compete for title of
since we're going to start this first map, your numbers, they are the ones on top. They get 1 booyah out of this, and they total 75 every time for all the games that they played in Solaro. So I'm really looking forward to this, and we talked about this. This is one of the newest maps in Free Fire right now, and there's still a lot of challenges being encountered by the team. So those who really make the adjustment and study this hard has a good chance of grabbing that booyah.
Yeah, I think if anything's up in the air right now, we talked a little bit about what it means today as you go into the game, right? Because again, the drop spots are going to be swapping. We didn't have the teams that made their way, all the way to grand finals yesterday as well. So yesterday was a battle of just trying to survive. Today is a battle of going up against the giants. After all, those names that made it all the way here today had 1 day rest, had some time to dissect the rotation, the drops, the strats and everything else between. But my question is, can they, overcome the high and momentum that some of these teams had coming in from yesterday in some survival stage?
Right now, having the high is going to be Fluxo. We've been seeing from the very beginning. They've been highly in terms of their roaring noise that we've been looking forward to cheering for Fluxo W7M. Right as now, Solar has started off Team Apex Gaming and Lion. They fight it out at Eco Drain.
This is what we're talking
Drop
about.
flash
Lion would be
right
the
here.
greatest threat out of India right now because Team Apex Gaming is facing them in Eco Drain. And well, it's a good thing that KD God does have elevation,
of the
does have
match, we
hidden
are
information.
seeing intense
But the
clash
only question
between
though is
Apex
who
Gaming
is
and
going to push
Lion.
because
First
Joker
clash
might
of the
have a
day.
good chance right now,
First
but
clash
not
of
a
the
great weapon
finals.
to use
Let's
in
see
those
who's gonna
battles.
dominate this
Here
clash.
they come right now.
Lions
Joker waiting
versus
in the
OK
wings.
Lion.
He's been
Game
good
King
with
has
his
been down by Soto, and Soto has been down by Lion Joker.
His teammate as well in that
Lion,
process.
OK
Still
Lion
healthy
Jet
as the four. The
sniping
shots
towards
are
Child Jet.
good.
Child
And
Jet
the
has been
Lions
down.
are going completely
Okay.
nuclear right
Lions
now.
have made
Two in
dominance
the
over
bag.
this
We
clash.
spoke about
Wolverine
them
is
rolling
making
and
a
they are
run.
not
Wolverine
stopping.
is making a
Wolverine
run.
in trouble right now. Games King surrounding
Wolverine
him.
is
Trying
about
to take
to
a trip
get
down the pipe, but
eliminated.
it's not going to
Wolverine
work
has
out.
been down and
Joker
Wolverine
is
has
also
been
on the other end. That's going to be 3
eliminated
big
right away on
eliminations.
the
Eco
start
Drain
of the match.
completely drained out of Team Apex
Lions
Gaming.
have got 3
One thing,
eliminations.
and despite
One
of all
player
the
of
engagement
Apex
that's happening,
Gaming,
seems
KD
like
God,
KD
has
did
escaped,
manage to pull
going
away,
towards survival.
and he
We can
is
see
going
Twisted
just
Minds
below
and
studio.
Soul
But on the other
Esports
side, we're
are
also
in
seeing
clash
is
here.
UL. Troll
Soul has been
down, but
taken
Jack
down.
right now trying to defend
Jack
themselves against Twisted Mind, but you know how twisted they can be.
dealing a
is
great
just
damage.
ignoring them, and
MP5
MP5
with MP5
trying
is
to
doing a
eliminate.
great damage.
It's just
Jump has
nasty
been
how
down.
these shots
The
are
bus
coming
is
through here
remaining.
because Twisted
Bunny has
Minds
been
losing
revived
their
right
players
away.
one by one.
The bus is
Bunny
only
comes close,
remaining 1
separated from
v2
Noor,
plus
but the
by
crossfire
bus.
is
No,
too
he
much to
couldn't
deal
pull out
with.
the
The
clutch.
Baz
Bus
also
has
will
been
fall
down
next.
right there.
Twisted Minds,
Noor
they
has been
tried to go
revived,
for a
Bunny has
challenge,
been
it did not
revived
work
again
out.
by Noor.
SHL Esports, we were talking about this.
Soul
Their mentality
has
of
made
just going in
their
for those 6
start
eliminations.
great.
That's
Evo's
all
Rise
it
have
is,
been
not who they're
eliminated.
challenging. And
Noor
something
eliminated for
similar.
Buriram
Buriram United
showing their
Esports
dominance
just
here.
ended up getting 4 eliminations, almost about to eliminate a whole squad, but that did not happen. But they also need their title. Husky was mentioning the one title that they need in their cabinet is EWC.
Oh, yeah, see though, because they have been going for the hub drop for so many times already when it comes to this map. And I'm just surprised that someone is really challenging them. Going back to challenge, earlier it was Lion taking down Team Apex Gaming. Now it is Fluxo who's trying to beat them down. And there goes Joker, not really joking around, but let's see if they'll be able to fight back.
This area is so hot right now because on top of Fluxo, we also have AGL here too. Della barely alive, waiting in the wings, hoping that Fluxo will move away, but they have marked the heck out of him as well. A lot of pressure, a lot of util coming to him, and finally knocked down as well. There we go, Bobs will find him in the end, but AGL wants to challenge this phase.
Oh, here comes a new challenger, AGL right now, and this just looks like a good storyline because everyone is going into Eco Drain, and if you lose this, everything will go down the drain.
It will indeed. Fluxo, they want to make sure that they're the ones who are on top of this. They're the ones who pull that key lever and take AGL if possible. But AGL, they're quick on this. They're on their heels, see the slide rails, and decide to get out. They don't want this early engagement. We've been talking about AGL haven't found their title yet. They've been striving for it. They tried to get closer, but right now, it seemed like it was a distraction. He knocks the player, will try to get a confirmation, but right now Fluxo not giving it, but still he will secure Butsin's elimination.
It's nice seeing this duo was barely alive right now, managing to go for that reset, and they can just bide their time. Wasn't aware that Fluxo would be able to answer back, and they're looking good. Yeah, Butsin's out, but they're going to be able to bring him back into the game, and there you go, so quickly. The only team right now that is currently down and out, at least with only one player left, is Made in Brazil lost, and for the rest of the team, rotations could come in from a different side here, but I think for Fluxo, finding you might be key. Spots him out, sees him, but over on this side here, RRQ did cross paths with Yago.
Great damage right there, and
survived.
lost Yago, lost
and Lost wasn't able to survive for as long as he wanted.
He spoke too soon, Cash, and now RU will be getting that 4 elimination to their side. But there's another one that is just waiting in the shadows. It's Team Falcons right now. And this hasn't been one of the rivalries that has been happening in Southeast Asia. But Team Falcons, you know how their signature is. They won't be going in carelessly. They want to get information out of teams right now. And even RQ might be able to be caught off guard, but they are just waiting. Look at the discipline out of Team Falcons.
Information's gotten. Maal finds the opening. Keroro is done for. That is what RRQ want, a strong start. Never Flushy being used. P9 top position revealed. He'll also be taken down.
right there.
at the back.
On fire has
And
been
more
spotted.
on fire.
And
He
runs
tries to
towards
pull
on
up the
fire,
corner,
on
but
fire.
how long will he survive?
Fire has been taken
Surrounded
down
by
right here
3
and
players from
eliminated.
RRQ.
Quadra kill.
And RRQ gets
Quadra
7
kill for
total
RRQ.
eliminations
Abhay
and
right
trouble
here.
the reigning club
Elimination leader.
champions.
How
RRQ
is
Abhay.
this
Limited only player remaining
happening?
of Falcon here.
When we saw the Falcons
Falcon
throughout
with
the
zero
entirety of this week,
elimination.
they were the
RRQ
ones
proved
hunting,
their
they were the
dominance
ones
over their
taking up
area
that
right
space and
away.
winning, but now, silence.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he needs silence right now, though he doesn't have the stealth bites to pull away. Does have the Skylar, the Riptide with him, but I'm surprised they didn't use that
right
to
there.
at least save their
Loud
teammates,
to
because they
get
were covered in
flashed.
blue walls right there, and he does have an active take when it comes to the snipe. But I guess
Right
priority is bring back the
Has
teammates.
done a great
Once one goes down, you always go for the vending machine.
The starting
But
always for
Loud-
Falcons has been similar like this. The
Yeah.
story, unfortunate for them. But right now, a change in
Lions
Lions' favor right now.
playing
Twisted Minds, we saw them suffering a little because of Buriram United. But now they change and turn the tides. Twisted Minds, this is a
Twisted
team
Minds
that
going
everybody
away.
did not have much expectations on. But they were the ones who made it at the top in Group B. And now, Diamond, the last man, will have to make a quick run, try to go in for a revive. But when we talk about the revive, look at the circle. It's made a revive of a battle as it's moved completely north.
Yeah, this hard shift's got about to be crazy. The southern side there, the shift, I would call it the Great Migration, is about to be insane. It's about to be bloody as well. And speaking of bloody, the Purang Seruput about to happen.
Well, let's see. This is a replay from where RRQ did manage to take down a few, or if not a lot, of players out of Lost. Now, as we look back into RRQ, it's Twisted Mind, and they are challenging as well. Pina just got revived, but seems like they are still on no elimination streak.
RRQ have lost stats. They might have gotten the 8th elimination. Rans is in trouble. Zip rhythm. Chrono being pulled down. What a shot on the ACAT. Puts Diamond down instantly. And Twisted Minds thought they might be up on the battle because of number disadvantage. And now RRQ is getting closer. Diamond's confirmation comes through. With the pass, he decides that the revive's important rather than an exchange of a battle.
Now they are trying to move
Here we
it.
go there.
Twisted Minds are trying to
Twisted
take
Minds
positions,
managing to
trying
find a
to
bit more space to work with. Don't want to
trying to take
overstep
angles.
because RRQ does have a bit more space to work with. They have no
Yeah,
clue
RRQ
where
has
the
covered
crossfires
them
are
on
coming through here.
side.
Sees one shot coming through here. One of his teammates does get picked up by Abe, but they're not done. The knock comes through, and here comes that collapse. Gonna
Pass
drain down that
running, but
utility, but nothing really set in stone. Gets one.
Jump has
Twisted
down.
Minds getting dropped one by
yes,
one,
RRQ
but
is
Abe
down
will
right
fall
there.
in return. Both teams suffering heavy losses. Wasn't taking into account of the crossfire and the later
now
rotation
RRQ
coming in for
is in
Twisted Minds.
danger
But
of
Mahal
getting
answers
eliminated right
first.
here.
Abe will not be
Abe has
able to
been
be saved
eliminated.
here.
That
Diamond
Riptide
and
Rhythm was
XP
deadly. If
has
it wasn't for the time turner, they could have fallen
their
already.
fight,
But see though,
still
because
alive.
Twisted Mind, despite
Now
the full
RRQ
elimination, it's
danger.
RRQ who has the
The
most of the
leading player
numbers.
of
But
RRQ.
who's coming in to join the
XP
party?
down.
It is Team
Diamond.
Lion
Diamond
roaring
is
right now
right to
against
win.
these
Lions,
two teams.
Lions are
Jala
here
has already
for
found the opening. Diamond's done as well
at
now.
1-2
Joker gets that
right
confirmation instantly, and whatever
Lion with
Twisted
10
Minds did is all
moving
put to
ahead.
rest.
Both teams are left with one, RRQ and Twisted Mind, and that's
RRQ
when they
and
need to move. Because even
Twisted
before
Mind
that
chased
battle
away by
ended,
Lions.
the
You can
zone is
see
already
Twisted
moved
Mind, the
away
bus
from them.
has
There's a
landed
lot
right on the slider.
from Travis
The
that
Apex
might be
Gaming
happening
is
right
in
now because
clash
there's
with
still a lot
Buriram.
of teams waiting
Not a
into the
great
next phone.
move by
And speaking
Apex
of waiting
Gaming.
here, Buriram
Buriram
United, as usual,
as
quiet
we
in
are
an early
moving
game.
through
But
elimination
somehow,
status
they've
for
already gotten
rest
5
for them.
eliminations here. TAG waiting in the wings. They need to take this fight to be able to get... Sorry, they will take the fight to keep Buriram United away from their compound. Not happening quite yet. And now Wasana with the sprays on top side. Bit of chip damage, but that's not more than that he can do.
Chrono being used by Team
He has got
Apex
a
Gaming. They
great
will survive
damage
this,
right
but
there.
there's
Style Chart
Jonah.
has been knocked down.
And the shield gun peppering them one after another.
Firing
Jonah gets
away
a double
Buriram
as well as he
Wasana
puts
right
2 of the
there.
players down.
Style
Wasana
Chart
wants the
has been
confirmation.
knocked
He's not letting them go. Along with Jonah, 2 players from Team Apex
Wasana
Gaming
has
are put
done
to
a
rest,
great
and Wasana
damage,
wants to
great
take this battle even
damage
closer.
right there.
Well, most
Arena
people
with
say don't
five
go
eliminations
chasing
has
waterfalls,
become
but Brim Ryan is
eliminated
chasing
of
them
the match.
away from this area, and now they might be able to get
Down,
in onto the next phase of Circle, but
And
there's a
leading
lot of
force.
teams who has been forced into the north
But
right now,
still
and we
Joanna
know
has
they're
eye
very
on
near to
the
right Riders
They are
Club.
trying to
And
eliminate
will
them
that
right
find
away.
out
We
that
can
there's
see
a lot of
the fire
contention that will be happening,
elimination.
especially for Team Falcon, who
Leader.
uses that as
Okay,
their drop. But going
shooting
back
the
to
person coming
Pereira
down from the
United,
air
battle's
right
not
here.
yet over between them
Wolverine
and
has been
Team
eliminated again. 6
Wolverine,
eliminations
shot
for
at with a
Buriram.
quick go from Jonah.
Buriram has
He
shown
just got
dominance.
dropped.
Sahil
Now
Jat
even
has been
Sahil
down right
Jonah
there.
is looking unstoppable with his card.
7 eliminations.
That is 9
7
total
eliminations
eliminations and Jonah has
Buriram
7 of it.
moving on.
He has
Buriram
taken
moving
7
ahead
of
with
the
9
eliminations. And
eliminations.
Team Apex Gaming
10
still stuck in the
eliminations for
same
Lion and
compound.
RRQ.
What
Buriram
does
with 9
KD
following up
God
the
and Shoto
leaderboard.
do to make it through from here?
At this
KD
point,
God are
just wait.
eliminating.
What can you do?
But
You
will
don't
they
want to
have
take this
chance
fight. You want to be able to
away
survive
from
and
Buriram?
go for that reset
Buriram
here. But
has
as for
made them
Buriram United, are they going to go
Great
hunting is the
target right
question. Might be. Decides to just move away from the area just for some little bit more time. Could cross paths to the players for Twisted Minds on the top side.
Oh, I see now
Why?
in Buriram United, same strategy that they
Trying
have been doing
to
for a longest
eliminate
time.
Team Apex Gaming
go
right there,
into
not
the next
allowing
phase of
them to
circle just
move.
yet. Just wait into the edge until
Falcons
it
and
flaps.
Lions
But there's
are
still a lot of
in the
problems that
fight
need to face
right here,
later
we can
on.
see.
And from what we're seeing for Team Falcons,
Falcon
they're
with
holding their
0
ground quite well despite of
elimination.
not getting elimination.
Leader
They
move,
still
leader
have that
Lion
high
can
ground in
eliminate.
Riders Club.
Can they
Lion,
dominate
at
this
least
leg?
for the time being, safe keep.
Can
They
Falcon
activate the Steffi. The
what
painted
they have done
refuge will
yesterday,
protect
they
them for the
have made a
time
great
being.
comeback yesterday,
But now they have to
we
get
can see.
closer.
In survival
Falcon
stages,
shots,
they
they're
were-
not connected as
they
best
made a
as they would
great
have wanted, and this
comeback
start has
yesterday.
also not been
Dominated
great.
this
However,
flag.
an answer back is something that we
Dominate
spoke about.
this
Tag have
match
somehow
right
found
here.
something.
The
But
pass
Lion,
have been taken down by
their
Lions.
challenge and their entry, and they find a player from Twisted Minds somewhere in the scares.
You know what's really crazy looking at Lion right now? They're able to not only take this fight, but
Wolves
even
versus
throw
Lion, we are
bodies
seeing
as a
here.
4.
They
Evo's
have
in
got a
trouble.
great
Ray
damage.
barely
Twisted Minds
alive
have
right
been
now, taking a lot
eliminated
of damage.
out of the-
But Guacos,
Right
and now
here.
the lull and the wait. And
Luck
speaking of
from
lull and
Bob.
wait, Fluxo, their members getting
But-
completely swarmed.
Oh, this is the battle that everyone has been waiting for. Buriram United going against Fluxo. But we've seen Fluxo lose 2 of their players, and the jump is on. But the shift of the zone might force them to move away. MT7 as well as Gio right now just holding their ground. But Jonah with that step bites, using that Moors. A surprise hit might be done, and great timing for the combination of Wasana.
Wasana have
Get high
moved
for
here,
that
the
push,
rush
and probably
here.
the elimination.
There's a counter.
Down
Gio for the
Wasana
timing,
and
but
team by
doesn't
Bound
work
Flux
again
have
with
been
the
out
shield gun
by
coming through.
Buriram
And this
Esports.
time it's going to be
Buriram
get
have
high.
eliminated
And
Flux
Buriram
on
United
W7
Esports,
and
they will be able to
Esports
put
World
a
have been
rest to that
eliminated.
aggression. And with that, we also see SAQ
EL is
Esports
trying
getting
to cover up
eliminated.
them.
A lot of
They are
losses,
trying to
one after another,
Lion
as Solara
and
has
Falcon
very
are
less space.
still
Yeah, not a lot
upon
of space, and
their
everyone seems to have found a
right there.
small part of that pie. But the Falcons,
leader.
look at their
RRQ
positioning on the top of this
eliminated
building, and
at
you've seen
11
how much
eliminated.
damage they can do with the snipers, with the long-range weapons, and most importantly, the ones on the
Love
bottom side
out
here are going to have to
coming up
compete
with
for that space. Meanwhile, Pershoto in trouble,
He
AGL
revived.
putting that pressure onto him,
He's
and this
surviving
guy
here
has
of
been the
Apex
hero for this team,
EGL.
pulling them out from
EGL
so
is
many
rushing
very,
towards
very dire situations.
Risk.
But in this
Okay,
situation, they can't do more
Join
than
has put it
that.
the Shoto and
Because it's going
Buriram
to be
have
Buriram United
eliminated
steals
Team
away the
Apex
point, and
Gaming.
AGAL not a lot of space to work
Apex
with.
Gaming
AGL,
has been
they have
eliminated
just a bus to protect
points.
themselves, but on the other end, Buriram, they have an entire compound. It seems like a
Eliminating
farming land for
Buriram,
themselves. 15
dominating
eliminations.
the
This is game
match,
number 1.
dominating
They're
the
looking
map.
unstoppable. Riptide
Okay,
rhythm, they want to
Wasana-
break down
Wasana
AGL.
is
Nothing's
now
working. Flash freeze, nades being
Trying
tossed.
to
Riptide rhythm
take
again.
potential for
AGL might
Great
get
Barrows
close. It
have
doesn't
been
work. Barrows
down
is down.
right there.
Cypher,
EGL
nameless,
is
and you're
playing
trying to close the distance.
great
But
right
AGL,
there.
their numbers have lost. 9
Okay, Wasana
eliminations.
have-
Again, a player
Wasana
opening
have
found
been down right there.
Wasana. Might have been
Wasana
traded
have
off
been
by you.
down. Wasana have been
Nameless is
revived.
going with the Trojan.
Russia
Moshi
has back in
holding
the
it
game.
off.
But
And now
then
Wasana
Wasana has
also
been
down.
again down
Moshi,
right here.
the only one, and AGL somehow have
Ian
changed
Joyner
this.
Well, a quick revival for Buriram United might be the saving grace for Team
18
Buriram United.
eliminations
AGL
of
did
Buriram
put up a great fight, but 2 is still at it.
Take
And he
another
is
angle
going for
right
that
here.
1v2. Will
19
he be able to survive? The answer is no.
EGL
And
have
they
been
were going for a
eliminated.
risky approach, especially in this phase 4 of the circle. That HP or that zone will be damaging their HP. And
Eagles are playing silently. And
what could have been done at that point for AGAL, but Real United was just waiting for it. It's just unfortunate that they lost 2 of their players.
So Binoculars used as well. Gives away the game for so many of these teams, but Real United not down and out yet. Loud is here as Guacos will be the next victim. A little angle seen by Rasha wants to be abused. A double swing as well, making sure that no one survives the initial skirmish. And the Lions cannot survive longer. Down and out, 3 teams left.
Thanks to AimGod, Evos to still survive. But the dash coming out from Falcons, that was crazy. Almost ended up putting Evos to rest.
This is an ending that we haven't seen for a long time. And no full squad in contention. 3 remains, 2v2v2. But we are seeing Moshi. And there have been a lot of comments wherein Moshi could have been putting that much on the snipe already. But this is a place to really show up.
Look at the last 3 teams. How much do they have in surviving? Just 2 each. It's a 2v2v2. Evos, Loud and Buriram United. Evos are the defending EWC 25 champions. Now looking forward to EWC 26. Loud, they won the very first trophy for Brazil, and Buriram United won the biggest in the cabinet, that is EWC.
Jonah has been a heavy hitter for this game, but a box falls. Moshi, great shot coming in from the area. But the circle is shifting and everyone is just trying to find that space, but Loud is a little bit quicker to the zone. They have positions, they have the high ground angles, and it gives a lot of question marks for the rest of the teams for their rotations.
Well, as you say, first to the circle, first to the win. Let's see if they'll be able to pull it up. And God, not so much of contention. Even with a inhaler, he might not be able to survive. They managed to go for a clutch, a 1v2 in this fight. And now he has to deal with 2 players from Team Loud.
He got help from Loud. That is the reason Buriram United instantly shut down. But as you said, it is a 1v2. Look at him sneakily walking across, crouching, making shots. Loud have no idea, but BCP has spotted him. AimGod, SVD, can he connect the first? If he can bring it down to 1v1, it's better. But the information delayed. And as long as time passes, it is Loud that will surround him. And we know Nix, he's such a good player. And once he gets to the CQC, he will instantly put the player down.
He's rushing forward here right now. He's able to just go for the 1v1 to be really good. His shots go wide, but the question from 2 different angles. Respect give back. And Loud make sure to secure that first booyah of the day.
Team Loud. Loud Snickers are the loudest to start the Free Fire here at Esports World Cup 26 Paris' Grand Finals. What a game coming in, and Nix, we knew he had this potential. They were waiting to get to the final, started off, and in the very first game for Brazil, they opened with a booyah.
Oh, this is what everyone has been looking forward to. Who's going to get that first booyah? But we also seen a lot of elimination from the other teams who didn't make it this far. Let's take a look at a replay right now, and this is one phenomenal play coming from Evo, but it's just unfortunate that the pressure is on, not only on those HP, but also on that zone.
Oh no, crazy work coming in from Loud as well. I think one thing's for sure though, we all had our favorites. We saw our favorite players just completely farming it out. But when it matters the most, that final moment, Loud prioritizing positioning over these fights gave them so much extra advantage to just give them not only the booyah but those extra placement points.
Yeah, they needed it. They wanted a good start. We've been seeing Loud. We even spoke about it, right? In the group they were in, they were very consistent. They ended up getting 2 booyahs to start things off. But Buriram United Esports, unfortunate for them, they had an opportunity. They should have been the ones closing it. Look at them. Without the booyah, they have 30 total points, 22 eliminations. If not for Loud Snickers, if not for Nix from that far angle, finding a clash and helping AimGod out, we would have seen Buriram with the win.
I mean, we've seen this side of Buriram from before. No group stages. Yeah. Like, they did manage to get 23, so this is not even close to the record that they have. But I'm really loving this side of BRU. The aggression is really needed, especially in the first match of the day. because it's not just the booyah that is needed by the team in this early parts. It's
Yep.
more of farming the numbers to get to that 90.
You know what's really insane? I think I said to them, well, it's going to be a bit more quiet from Buram United early, and it was. But throughout all of that, Jonah was farming so many eliminations.
Oh my.
Out of all of that, I believe he had like, 13 to 15 eliminations by himself. And for now, who better to break it down for us other than the analysts later? We'll be right back before we go to them.
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. You see my name in the lights, better get right, champion.
I moved from a small town to a big town like São Paulo, and they always hugged me, made me part of the family. We started with a little since we were W7M in the past, and now we are Fluxo W7M. Literally hugged me and made me part of the family. I feel that I'm part of everything that's happening, and they gave me the chance to come here, and for real, it's like more family than my family real. Mostly important game on Brazil since they made a chance for everyone first to be here, first to play. Like the owner of Fluxo Nobru was a professional player from nowhere, become the highest, the toppest guys in Brazil, in the world. No, everyone knows Nobru in Free Fire. And I think that the most important thing about games is
We
the
can
feeling
see
that
that
make you
Buriram has
feel
made
part of and
30
to
points
give
in
your
the
chance
start
to
of the
prove
match,
yourself.
start of the day. 60 points away from points threshold. You can see Buriram is just 60 points away from points threshold. In one match, they have made 30 points right here.
Never
They
came to
can
Paris
do a
and never
great
came to this side
ahead.
of
We can
Europe.
see
And
they are
it's incredible.
dominating the
We went to
leaderboard in terms
Eiffel
of
Tower
eliminations and points.
in day night.
Then
Paris
we
looks
have
like
on the
an
second
art piece.
position,
Everywhere you look, it looks
we
like an
have
art piece, looks like a
Loud
movie.
made
So
a
it's
first
very,
Booyah
very
Loud
beautiful.
Booyah of the day, first moment of
Well,
the day
let's
of
get
grand
loud here for
finals.
Free Fire. I'm Lace, joined by Conchita, and look, the Brazilian teams are arguably some of the best teams that we have in the competition today, and they have a lot to try and earn today, taking over the Southeast Asia's team. They really, really want this, and of course, Loud coming out with 33 points and 22 eliminations, Conchita. What an exceptional start for our Brazilian teams.
Yes, of course, but if we're talking about Brazilian teams, isn't it also a surprise to see Lost got sent back really soon to the lobby? And RRQ from Indonesia was the one who got them sent back. I mean, yes, RRQ did drop at Delta Isle and they had to fight their way through Lost. They managed to get out. I mean, I am pretty proud of RRQ today, even though they didn't get that much points. They had to fight against Falcons, which they managed to edge out. They also had a very intense meeting with Twisted, who almost got them twisted. But all in all, EFOS Divine was also very phenomenal. I mean, that was crazy. The last fight with Aim God as the last man standing, I am just so excited.
I mean, and of course we want to see all these teams do incredibly well, but it looks like Loud is leading the pack at the moment. But of course, we're going to get the game started sooner than later. And let's throw it over to Tash, Lucifer. Let's go.
And also Neptune. It's okay, I haven't forgotten you. Now, you know, we are hearing
mean,
right
of
now
course
that
we wanna
Loud
see all
is
these-
currently the team that is leading the pack, at least in terms of Booyah, but points-wise though,
match of
it's
the day has
still
started.
in favor of Buriram United.
Finals
After all,
of
it
EWC
is the first map,
2026.
but showcasing
Next
our skills
map
on the
has
second map when
started. We can
everyone's
see
in momentum
commentary
is
map
going
of
to change.
chaos,
Yeah,
map
well,
of
definitely
3 islands.
needs
We
to
can
change right
see
now because
great
from what we're
chaos
seeing, they're
is
already
about to be witnessed by us on the Daydreamers.
what
We
is
can see
needed
today.
right now to be able to activate
Falcons
that match
and
point.
RRQ are
Judging
moving towards
from
central.
where
Falcons are
everyone
moving
is
towards fire
dropping
brigade,
for the
not
flight
going
path that
towards
we
central.
have, and you know for a fact that this is my favorite
over the
path, the
goal
skew
post.
flight
We
path
can
or
see
somewhat skew
Luxo
flight
is
path that
near
we've seen might have
them.
forced the team
Eagles
to
and
go
Lion,
in for those hot
White
jobs.
Lion
Look
and
at that.
Lion
Luxo
are at
and
Brasilia
Team
right
Apex
there.
Gaming. I think they're going to
ETAL
start it hot
is
on that
nearby
board.
field.
Go for it.
Lost
Sahil
MIDR
Jad is the
is
closest,
chasing
and there it
towards
is.
the
Bullets
field.
being rattled.
Now,
Uzi, but also a scar
Luxo
on hand.
versus
Dash from Butsin.
TAT.
But Sahil
Not a
dodges
great
that. Glue
move.
on
Sahil
being used,
Jad
but I don't think he has
1v2
enough
position
resources
and
for
was
the
Sahil
best
Jad
start.
has been down and
Butsin is
eliminated
quick
by
on it.
Butsin.
Gets
First
the very first
elimination
elimination
of the match.
match 2. I really like that you
Great
mentioned this
right
match
here.
point. Everybody needs
Eagles
to
of Bucks
understand.
have been
It's no
eliminated
more
by
about
Saifa.
getting to the top of the charts. It's about
But
reaching 90
Team
points.
God
And
is
that's what EVOS
making
want to
rush
do.
of
But
Team
will
God
be
1v2
failed
plus
because
by
of
Saifa here. Right here
AGL
we
also
have
missed
seen
their opportunity just because of how
1v2 plus
Buriram
of
somehow
EGL
held
Saifa
themselves
right
because
here.
AGL looked like they were about to shut down Buriram.
Yeah, I mean, the silent AGAL was there almost getting into it. But now, with that Saifa elimination, they're now ahead of EVOS. We'll have to see, though, because we still have Ray and Rasia in play. And look at what Pecker coming from Ray. This could be the game changer if in case Du moves up that hill. But knowing Du and knowing the potential of any other sniper in this competition, he will not be going there.
This is going to be very interesting because we've seen so many resets coming through
Soul
from EVOS
and
this early. I would say
TWS,
round
minds
disadvantages
around.
have been, I would say, saved so many times from these teams. Regardless, as we look through the area right now, no one's really too actively going for fights. But the southern side, though, very interesting to me.
While we were discussing about how the southern side would be, where teams will be fighting out, Buriram again find one more on EVOS. It seems like Buriram is looking unstoppable. They do not want to stop, but so does even Tag. Sahil Jat might have been lost, but now an opportunity for Shoto. Ma'al spotted, but damage is the only thing that was done. No knock, and good for Shoto is the entire RRQ is still not here, so Tag is rallying towards this fight.
And from what I'm seeing, we have 3 teams on the southern island of Purgatory. And Fire Brigade might need those fire trucks later on because RRQ then managed to start it off, but a lightning zone just to make sure that they have limited advantage when they try to go in for a rush on Central. And they are targeting Team Apex Gaming, but Team Apex Gaming knows what they need to be done. Lightning zone is here. Just hide out on those rooftops.
And most importantly as well, we also seeing the rotations coming in from the Falcons. But meanwhile, over on this side, Lost currently wanting to catch up in the points that they had missed out earlier. Now Rahone on one side here, tagged onto EVOS players, but Abax from downtown managing to steal the point away. But they're not done quite yet. Being so aware of the positioning where Yago is and the rest. AGL also close by.
Very difficult for MIBR loss. They were not only fighting with one team, but AGL, look at Saifa. This might be a distraction because his teammates are close by. But defending a 1v1 is going to be difficult with Yago lost. MIBR lost. They already went out with 0 points in the previous game, and now if they do it, it's going to be even more tougher.
You might be right with the Saifa being the bait. And there goes the push! The first time ever in EWC, we see that knock up with that vehicle. And they only have 1 left out of MIBR lost. But nothing is at a loss right now. A full revive has happened.
Yeah. And now they go again, this time against EVOS. AimGod takes a bit of damage here. Barros bought a bit of time. And throughout all that, ABAX has already been stolen away into the lobby. AimGod tries to go for the reset. Valiant dashes away to safety for the time being. EVOS stuck, rushes forward. HP so very low by AimGod. But now for Ray, gonna be swarmed by all the members of AGAL, not able to survive.
This is why your skills are important. Electrotherapy protecting them for far so long. That is the reason EVOS couldn't fight back. They had only 2 members and them getting taken down. Thankfully, that's not a full elimination, but there was an elimination that happened. That is Team Apex Gaming and Falcons. Seems like game number 2 is their comeback.
LSEDO, they can come back right now. They are just going in the edge of a circle, still hanging on that south side, and they thought they might be able to find someone on Central, but they were a little bit too late to party right now. But from what we're seeing, they are gathering all the loots that they have, and they're just going for the basic gameplay. Silent in the beginning, and then deadly towards mid to end. But the only question though is how they're going to find their way into the next phase of the circle. We still have a few moments before it closes in, and the second phase
Now
shows
they are
up.
trying
But
to
the
shoot
battle
the
between
dominance over
AGL and Evos is not yet done.
EGL is running
What is
away.
happening? Abax will be able to revive.
Okay,
Look at
Airbags have been
AGL
knocked down and
Cypher.
eliminated.
Right to
Quadra
the
kill
face
for
with the
Cypher.
M590
Cypher playing
Valiant
a great
dash.
right here.
And now another
Great
conversion.
confidence of
9
Cypher here.
elimination.
Evos
AGL,
are
what they missed out because of
still
Buriram in the
running
previous
away.
game. They want
Evos
to
are
make it
not
happen.
able
30
to
points
make
what
any
Buriram
great
pulled off.
flash right here.
AGL
You
want to
can
do it.
see.
This is what we've been talking. Buriram have earned titles. They are our World Series global champions of 25. Now they want an EWC championship in their name. Falcons, they want to
with
get
six
back to their winning ways that they
eliminations
had in 24. They
ahead.
want another EWC title for themselves and 6 total eliminations.
In this situation as well.
Lost
The lull,
maybe
the
are
silence
looking
is here, but
quite
the middle
right here.
side of the map is very
They
interesting.
are not able to
As
do any
Uso
good
does
performance
manage to
here.
hunt
Zero
down the members of
eliminations till now.
RRQ somewhere there.
Now
Control
Falcons
also
are
falling. Evos as well
make
suffering
guided clash
heavy
with
damage. This
Lost
map,
and
while
Idea
looks
here.
quiet on this side, is hectic
Lost
on the
and Idea
rest
is
of
trying
the
to do
areas.
the rotation.
LSEDO
Lost.
is
Yago has
here
got
looking at
a
Lost
bounty
right now.
over
Who
him.
might be chilling like
Yago
a villain
has
at
got
this
a bounty
moment.
over
But
him.
we are seeing a few players, not only from Team Falcons from the south, but also RQ from the north. So the pinch might happen right now. But again, we are just waiting for the shift of
Falcons are
that next
moving
phase.
towards
And
the
as you
bridge and
see it,
they
both
need-
of the 3 of the teams are in there right now. And look at the
and Idea
numbers
right
that
there.
these players has been bringing in. And we have
Buriram is
highlighted already
seemingly
Buriram
quite
United.
moving
The number
towards
that they can
Marvel,
put in the
but
fight,
there
that
are
only shows
Joina
why
and
Jonah and Moshi is the best players so far in this lobby.
When you see in the mix of it, there's
seemingly
Duke.
quite
Mm-hmm.
so
That
many have
was
been
the
knocked
reason
down
how
right there by
AGL almost looked
Falcons.
like they would survive.
7
Did not
eliminations
still,
for
but now
Falcons.
this is game 2. Purgatory. A lot could change, and that's what
Okay,
Falcons
they are
also want to. MIB are
taking
lost.
a
They want to change their
right
fate
there.
from getting out of
Vehicles,
0 points to at
you
least
can
something.
see
But it so
Soul
far
Dude has
doesn't
been
seem to be the
spotted by
case.
RRQ
Even
Mal.
SHUL, they
Great
want the
sniping.
points,
Soul
but
have
now
been
77.
eliminated.
Since that
Indian
is going to be an
teams aren't
elimination,
able to
and right at
perform
the
right
riverbank,
here. They aren't
will
getting
sweep away
momentum that
SHUL's
they had
chances once
yesterday.
again.
They are not able to do any
Mal, the
great fight
deadly
right here.
sniper
You can
from
see
Indonesia. Now, right
two
now,
of the
going
Indian
solo.
teams have
Versus
been
squad still not
eliminated right
found
away on the
in this
start of the
map.
match.
But I know there is a
Buriram
plan. They are
with
the
2
mastermind
eliminations
into the stealth
moving
mode
widely
with
in this
that.
map.
Stealth-wise,
AGL
that
showing
more
dominance
skill,
over other
they might be
teams.
heading
9
into
eliminations.
where this
Loud,
engagement is happening between
Loud
Loud
is
and MIB.
Loud is engaged
General
with
taking a lot of damage
Lost
right now.
MIB.
Very managing to just survive.
Trundle has got a great
The pressure
damage right
coming
here.
in from Loud. This
Trundle may
icon
get
gives them
eliminated
so
here.
much
Great
value.
nades have been
But Joker
thrown by Loud.
on the other side, they're managing to pick off here, but Loud hasn't
Falcons
been moved
have
yet.
came
The
here in
lightning
the
zone does come
equation.
through.
Falcons are
General
trying
falls.
to take
And now
advantage of
Kiroro,
the
the Falcons
situation.
decide to
They're trying to
join
take
in
advantage
as
of
well.
distraction of
BZB
Loud.
still hasn't
And
been
now
taken away.
Lost
Kiroro
MIB
putting
have
an
a chance to
angle
escape
towards
right here
Wales.
or
A
take
big one.
advantage
Finally
of
getting
this
the
fight
shot
right
onto
here.
Nyx.
What
But the
Lost
Falcons as
MIB
well
are
are suffering heavy
Lost MIB
damage.
is
Beat up
trying to
Kiroro,
escape.
fall. And
Staying
right now,
right there,
both teams
not doing any
are
great
barely
thing.
alive. What are they to do here?
with 4
Because the RRQ
eliminations.
gang has decided to join
RRQ
in.
has
Falcons
also
had a second
decided
chance. They
to
instantly
join
went for
here
the
the
revive.
clash
There is a
of
lifeline for them.
Falcons
Trap
and Loud
was the
here.
only savior. He used the M79 to
Falcons
bail it out, but
ahead
he is
with
certainly
8
surviving at the
eliminations.
bottom of the hill. And RRQ now charging in. They
RRQ
will get it on
moving on to
fire.
the
That's an
Falcon.
added elimination.
Falcon
But can
may
he
get
hold on? Can
eliminated
Falcons
here.
actually make a comeback? They're
Falcon on
close by.
fire.
If he holds off
May
for the
get
time being, then
eliminated
RRQ,
here.
they might get surrounded once again.
Now that's one thing that we
RRQ
can
versus
depend
Falcon
on
on
fire.
fire here.
He can go for
Falcons.
the distraction while the rest of the team is
Okay,
setting
on
up.
fire
There
has
goes
made
on
a
fire launch
rotation.
pad right now, but it
Very
was
position.
Limit who
But
was
we
been
can see
taken down by
AGL
a
has-
different squad. AGL has
AGL
inserted the coin.
has
He is now
beat
ready to be
Falcons
the next
right there.
challenger
Loud
in this
trying to
battle.
make a
But
revival for
from
its
this
team.
moment,
AGL
once the
with
second
11
to the third
eliminations
phase is
moving
closing
higher in
in,
the
we expect the
leaderboard.
teams to slow down. down, but I guess they are chasing and hungry for those points.
You want to be able to keep up. Again, we started this map 1/3 of the way to match point. You don't want to allow a team to run
Buriram,
away with that.
Buriram
We talked a little bit about Buriram United having a
Buriram
quiet
and
start,
Luxo
and this map
are
in particular
getting
has
right
been extra for them as well. However, positioning-wise, they look really good right now, taking their time, and it's just open areas in front of them. They don't really have to really fight their way into the zone.
27.
Fighting is the only
Lion
name of
the
the game
Lion
today.
plus
Everybody has to because of the match point
27
condition that they have to fulfill if they want to become the champions at the end of the day. Fluxo, not the best start that they have also had here in Purgatory. How do they get out of it? They go back towards the vending machine to recover their players first. A revival point is also close, but they have enough coins and they will get the player back up. 4 all strong together.
Now, so far for Fluxo, they do have 3 of those team boosters put up, and one of which would be the out of zone buff. So that's the reason why they can soak outside of that circle. But there's one thing that they need to worry about. The shift has already moved to campsite. And we've seen AGA already holding on, taking a high ground, and this is deadly, especially in this kind of situation. Same goes for Evos, and Rasya is just waiting for the opportunity. Might be able to pull out that launch pad. A little bit of exchange though. Hands it over to Ray, just in case they need to pull out. They will be able to do it and fly away.
The situation here, the weight is on. I mean, both teams very, very comfortable in their little corners of that map. I'm just waiting for this initiation to happen now. Now, looking at everyone right now, the Lion plays from Fluxo and Lion later on rotation would be interesting to see, but Abe pressuring the members onto the other side here. No one is truly comfortable regardless of whether or not they are in the zone.
RQ is happy they got this point. Falcons
0
left it and the
right
circle still
here.
keeps the position of the containers and they will keep it. AGL, however, they know about this position. Falcons, because they left this position and moved towards the vending machine, they also have an idea. So right now RRQ have to be wary that they're enemies in the closest surroundings, and especially that they're out in the open. Anybody could target them. But targeting, when we speak about it, Twisted Minds, they did that in Group B and took the top spot. And now what do they do to get those points?
Well, let's see though, because they are very close against Team Falcons. And also trap from behind, and they get the next phase of the circle. So no one will be moving away from campsite. But for those who are surrounding as well, jumping in across that river, trouble is brewing. Grim United against Fluxo once again. And let's see who's going to win. The lightning zone has been triggered. No one is moving that much because they don't want to hit by that bulk maker. But from what we've seen from Fluxo, they're just holding their ground, not letting Brim ride it in. The gatekeep is on.
Yeah, the high ground here is good, but Wasana great to take away that space, and they are going to collapse. Great work from Fluxo to take away that space to keep the rest of Buriram United at bay. MT7 just now almost getting knocked down here. I'm loving the fact that they're so patient in keeping them away. Now, Buriram United forced to reposition. Meanwhile, for Lost, gonna take this fight head on against AGAL.
MIB are lost. So far, still no eliminations, but they're close to AGAL, who are the highest in the lobby, 11 in total. Can there be more for AGAL, or is it only vice versa? MIB are lost, open up with the very first. Damage being done. Valiant being down with the Bison fight follows. That is the opening, and they're all stuck inside the away.
Sci-Fi is about to get a knockdown right there.
With the glue walls, General jumping across the board, and Rigby finds another that's nameless. And then the last to answer with that
AGL have been eliminated. Lost MIB are made their comeback right away.
Stuck in one trailer when they thought they will be able to go for pick up, and with one blue wall, they do have the windows open. But speaking of windows
have been
open,
spotted by Falcon Limit,
Falcons, especially
Wasana is getting targeted by Twisted Minds and Falcons.
Who is the target? The one and only Wasana, who is just going solo right now. And that's 1 out of 2 remaining players. Make that one or none about 1 remaining players out of Buriram United.
Yeah, cannot really move, but Moshi is still around. The question is whether or not he's going to be able to survive all the way till the end. As for Twisted Minds, they have all the idea in the world now to take out Trap, to be able to take away space from the Falcons. Now, it's going to be difficult. You don't know where exactly everyone's going to be. The lack of information keeps the players at bay. And while all that's happening, Joker had already been knocked down there by Made in Brazil Lost.
MIB are lost. They needed this opening, they needed this start, and now they're getting eliminations. But the next best team after AGL going out is going to be Twisted Minds with 10 eliminations. But RRQ, they instantly get put out. What was the
Buriram
by
Muji have been
Fluxo.
spotted by MT7.
Puts in MT7, all of them together put
trying to
RRQ out. And now Twisted
Buriram
Minds, they
out
have
of
another
the
challenge
league.
with Falcons throwing the melters.
6 teams remaining.
Mind
4
10
full
early
squad
position.
in this fight.
Targeting
Twisted Minds
Falcons
still
right
holding
here.
on.
Loud is still
Gatekeeping.
holding,
Team
still
Falcons not
surviving.
get in.
Trying to
But on the
survive
other
the
side,
clash.
Motion
Buriram have been
from
eliminated by
from
Fluxo right
BRU
there.
will be taken
Now,
down.
Lost
That battle
MIBR
is not
making
yet
their
over.
comeback. 7
It is
eliminations.
MIBR against
Going head on
Fluxo
clash
right
with
now.
each
But
other.
from what we see,
MIBR
Putin
versus
is just
Fluxo.
an aggressive
We are
F590 in hand,
a
and the rest of the squad is
clash
just waiting.
of
They split up on a
Brazilian
2-2.
teams here.
Fluxo, they need this chance. MIBR lost on the other end.
Rigby
Rigby, the man
has
who
been
was
down
fighting the
right
openings, he's
there.
been taken down.
Yeah,
EU is
he's
the one,
trying
but
to
Glue
get
will
a good
protect.
angle
They
into
will be able to
snipe.
bring the player back up,
Right
but there is
there, you have been
MT7.
down.
He puts the player general down, and Fluxo are turning this against their own counterparts from the region. Confirmation
Falcons
on
have been
Rigby.
eliminated out of the
Ravan and
game
here
right
goes the
there.
last survivors. Bobs is down. This is an
But
opportunity.
Zin
But
with
Zin
full
with a
damage.
dash. Instant
Okay,
attack to
MT7
put one
only
player
remaining
down,
of Lost
but he will
MIBR
get knocked with the
of
back 7.
Fluxo.
Coming down to a 1v1,
MT7
and it's
only remaining.
MT7. He fights and
MIBR
ends
loss
up
have been
being lost.
eliminated.
And now
Loud
this
has
collapse
survived
happens.
its
They have
time
to
to
shift
top
forward here.
3.
Twisted Minds coming through.
Okay, Twisted
Loud
Minds
will be
have won the
annihilated.
match
And
right
somehow
here.
throughout
Twisted
it all,
Minds
Twisted Minds
has
patience
got the
will
booyah.
be
Second
rewarded
we
with
have
the
to say
booyah.
right here.
Patience truly is
Yeah,
a
the
virtue.
second
No,
match
they
has been
didn't
taken
really
by
rush in against opponents
Twisted
right there.
Minds.
They know the timing that they have to take. Even got a few elimination from afar.
Lost
As I
MIBR
always say,
made a-
aggression from a distance.
made a
And
good
this is
comeback,
where
but
they can
they
get
weren't-
all those points. The
Yeah,
only question, though,
they were eliminated by another Brazilian team.
Yeah, is it
Fluxo
enough? I think
W7.
that's the question everybody's asking themselves. How many points did we acquire? Where did we end up? Especially because in that last fight, right, except for Twisted Minds who know they got the booyah and they have 12 points, everybody else is wondering, is our elimination as well as placement points enough for us to get back towards the top 5? Because I think at the end of game 2, that's what they have to think about.
And it's a good story as well for Twisted Mind right now. Because
Buriram
imagine,
lead this
ending
match.
the previous map, or starting this current
Any
game
great clashes right there, but
with only
they-
5 points. So
Yeah.
they need
Little bit
that
of clashes
additional
right there,
12
but
points
they
from
weren't able
Booyah,
to
as well as any
accumulate
elimination that they
very much of
managed to
elimination
pull
points
in
like
that
they had
game.
done
But I'm
on
really
the
looking
first
forward to
match.
some of the shuffle that will be happening on the leaderboard in a bit, because there's a lot of
We
action
are
that we've
waiting
seen
for a
from
leader
that
to
match.
come.
We are
so
starting to
can
see, I would say, the consistent teams really
what
just rise to the top,
are
right?
the
But most
teams
importantly, right now, I like to
made
say
by
that despite some
another
teams
teams that
not
have
being
made
able
a
to come
comeback.
play or at least shoot
Twisted
back
Minds
in
have
map
played
1
a
are starting
great
to
fight
rise
right
again
there.
in this map.
17 eliminations and 12 points for Booyah. Loud survived till the end. Loud at least got 9 points of the second position right
You can see
there.
Loud was happy about it because they again ended up coming in the hashtag too, because that is enough points to keep them at the top. However, Twisted Minds from Thailand, this is a team that, while the other Thailand teams who are in the top who have won titles, this is not a team that everybody is eyeing on.
Yep.
But they managed to get the second booyah. This is why today's grand finals, here we were expecting that anything can happen. You cannot count on one team. If you think Buriram is going to get it, no, right now just Twisted Minds did it. Buriram should have had the first booyah, but Loud got it. A lot going on throughout our matches now.
You did mention a second booyah, so technically this is a second booyah of
Yeah.
Twisted Mind all throughout the competition. And we rarely see them really on the top 3. 4 out of 12 from when they played in group stage and group B, when they ended up in the top 3. But this is just them switching it up. What I was expecting was just Mind to be just all out aggressive.
Yeah.
They did. They tried to do so in game number 1, but it did fail. So why not change it up?
Yeah, I mean, changing it up is always really good as well. It throws the, your teammates, not teammates, your other people, other teams in the lobby, off as well. But what I really like to see as well is just really being able to just really take your time. Being really patient is also really good. We have teams that are really, really aggressive and high energy, and somehow they just really just run out of gas in after this.
There's an interview. Let's send it over to Carol.
Hello everyone, Carol Bombshell here. It's a pleasure to be here on stage with you guys. Are you guys enjoying Free Fire? The first 2 match was amazing, but not as amazing that was for this guy over here. Trap, the team captain for Loud team. And of course, you guys had a great start today. Start with a booyah for sure. It was amazing for you. So how important it is to get off to a strong start in the finals so you can reach the match point. Como é que foi para vocês começarem já com um buiazão aí? aí, né? Já tirar essa pressão aí de dentro. É muito importante para vocês já darem esse primeiro buia?
Com certeza, a confiança que já estava alta vai ainda mais lá em cima. Um bui e um top 2 agora, mesmo com a dificuldade da queda, conseguir segurar o top 2 aí. E é isso, não sei ainda a posição que nós está na tabela, mas estamos muito confiantes.
Awesome. As a Brazilian team has never won EWC before. What would it mean to bring the first EWC Free Fire trophy home to Brazil? O time brasileiro nunca ganhou o EWC, isso é certo, a gente já sabe. O que significaria para você, como jogador, e para o time da Loud serem os primeiros campeões do EWC, os primeiros brasileiros campeões do EWC?
Se tudo correr bem vai ser incrível, né? Porque ninguém ganhou ainda no Brasil. E quando você consegue uma coisa única, é ainda mais satisfatória. E a gente quer muito ser campeão mundial. E ser campeão mundial de uma coisa que ninguém tem vai ser melhor ainda.
Amazing. So basically what he said was, I'm going crazy right now because getting the first booyah here give us such a great confidence. We get more secure. We can team up even better. We are really happy, but I'm definitely going crazy because I want to know in which position we are in the standings. We know that Burian was in the first after the first match, but right now we want to know in which positions we find ourselves. And of course, being the first Brazilian team to win at EWC 26 would mean a lot to us, especially representing Loud right now. We know that we can get there, and that's our mission and our goal for today. Thanks so much for the interview, Trap. We wish you the best of luck for you guys. And of course, me and you are gonna watch a lot more of Free Fire. So keep it up with us, and back to the studio.
रुक जा जैक रुक जा आने दे एक ही है
ला 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 ला
ओए 3-3-6
ได้มันเหลือแค่3ตัวแล้วก็ต้องขวาสวยกูรักให้สวยซ้ายดาวยังเหลือซ้ายลงนะยาวดิมึงก็เกี่ยวดิมาแล้วเว้ยแม่ยิงหัวกูเด็ดDale.
Ooh, look who's here if it's not MT7 and Iago, the two best snipers in Brazil. I mean, of course, we have a lot of best snipers in Brazil, but right now I want to talk with both of you because I know there's a competition going on in Brazil soil, but I want to know all about here at EWC 26. MT7, you share with us your desire to be the MVP, but also the winner here. So what's more important for you right now, the MVP or to be the winner? Qual que é o seu maior desejo? Você contou pra gente que você quer ser o campeão, obviamente, mas também o MVP. O que você preferiria agora?
Ah, com certeza, sem sombra de dúvidas nenhuma, ser campeão. Mas se vier o campeão MVP, já tá bom demais pra mim também, né?
What happens if you're the winner, but Iago is the MVP? E se acontecesse de você ser o campeão e o Iago MVP?
Ah, não, tá de boa. Aí depois eu pego no Brasil e tá tudo tranquilo também.
Oh, that's okay, because he can be the MVP here, and then I will, of course, get it back in Brazil when we are back home. But Iago, you're finally back in a World Championship. What is the feeling to be back here at EWC after 2 years? Você tá de volta num campeonato mundial e qual que é o sentimento de estar aqui depois de 2 anos?
Ah, sempre é muito bom, né? Disputar em alto nível, ainda principalmente no Mundial, como EWC também, que é muito importante para todos, então é muito bom. E agora espero manter para muito tempo aí em vários mundiais.
Did you see that Baby Gold said he wants the MVP and also be the winner? What do you think of that? Você viu que ele falou, né, que ele quer ser o MVP e também o campeão. O que você acha disso?
Bom, é muito bom pra ele, mas só que acho que todos os outros que estão aqui também sonham e querem ser MVP. Então é um bagulho muito difícil. E todo mundo, ele tá certo, todo mundo tem que ter esse desejo, essa ambição de querer ser MVP e ser campeão. Então ele tá certo.
Well, if his desire is the desire of most of players here, he definitely right, because all of us wanted.
Well, those first two matches definitely set the tone for this finals day of Free Fire at EWC 26. We expected the teams, certain teams, to come out hot, and boy did they did. Buriram, especially Buriram, the first match, outstanding, and you were casting it too, Neptune.
Yeah, I was excited in there to cast as well to see them play. And from what we've seen in there, that's just the usual way for Buriram United. Just go in and grab the numbers as early as possible, so that just in case anyone can catch up or they lose out of one game, they already have invested a few points.
And I'm excited to see what Buriram is going to be doing on that third match, because this last match, they didn't get as many eliminations as we expected them to. Talking about teams that weren't really performing that well in the first two matches, we got to talk about the Indian teams. A lot of people were expecting them to come in hot. They're currently just not being able to perform against the top dogs. We'll see if maybe a switch up is going to happen with those squads. But I know you want to talk about EVOs.
Yes, I want to talk about EVOs and RRQ in particular, because boy, oh boy, my teams were booked and busy the first two maps. I think it's just a little bit unluckiness when it comes to the drop zone, because especially RRQ, if you're talking about Purgatory, that means they're gonna have to go through a lot of themes. And yeah, it was right. They have to go through Falcons, they have Apex scamming on their way. So it was definitely a hard early game for them, especially at the Fire Brigade. They were also forced to be separated by Fluxo. They lost Abai, that was a huge hit. So I think and I hope that RRQ could be more wise when it comes to the rotation and maybe change a bit of their drop zones on the next coming games.
Oh, what I know is EVOS is hype right now, because AIM got that 1v2 clutch towards the end. That was phenomenal. I was expecting that he will be going down. The zone is behind him and two opponents is already closing in.
Yeah, they were definitely closing in. I think nobody was expecting it. Good thing we don't have a behind-the-scenes camera in our green room, because the screams that you would hear, the reactions that you would hear, we might have to end up bleeping a lot of stuff here for the broadcast. Talking about teams being loud, we got to talk about the Brazilian squad loud.
And speaking of not, filming anything in the back, because my girl Carol is going crazy, obviously, for the Brazilian teams. I mean, I was saying these teams have arguably been some of the greatest teams in international tournaments. So getting the win today, it means so much more to them for their region. And honestly, I think it was like all three of them advanced from obviously the group stages. So to have all three Brazilian teams representing, but of course Loud is leading the pack in that one. After that first booyah, I mean, we heard it from the interview from the team captain. They're feeling really good about this, and it looks like they're still incredibly level-headed. But like to come out with I thought it was 33 points from the first match. They're not at the top of the leaderboard. He was kind of saying I wonder where we're sitting. I'm itching to see where we're sitting. I mean, knocked down to second place, but still very much in contention to win this thing.
Yeah, the Indian teams were not able to continue on with the consistency or the momentum that they were able to get yesterday. One team that was able to carry on some momentum coming into the first two matches was none other than Lion. They started off hot, and they're feeling confident too. We saw them willing to take fights early on.
Yeah, especially in Solara, Eco Drain. They were just rocking that fight. And anyone who goes into the compound, anyone who goes into Eco Drain, they will expect a roaring lion in there. Because not only does it have a vending machine, just in case one of their players will be knocked out or eliminated, they can easily go for a revive and do it once again. That's 4 teams, if I'm not mistaken, 4 teams or 3 teams will introduce themselves against Alliance, and Alliance stayed alive.
I mean, they're carrying that same strength from the survival stage yesterday. So not only did they go through the groups, they were in survival, and we didn't know where they were going to place, but they have that same sort of passion and aggressive play style that we saw from yesterday, bringing it into today's games. And it looks like, I mean, Lion's going to be leading the pack. They're doing incredibly well.
A team that wants to stride that lead as well, just make sure they kind of hunt that down and don't let it get too far away, was the team that actually just got a booyah, Twisted Minds.
Yes, Twisted Minds were also very amazing. I mean, they went from getting 0 placement point and just 5 elimination points to getting a booyah. That is quite a turnabout. I mean, that last game, 17 elimination points. That was awesome for Twisted Minds. And mind you, this is only the second booyah that they have the whole entire tournament. So I think things are looking up for Twisted Minds. Also, Thailand has got 4 representatives at the EWC 2026.
I mean, I threw my cards at the first Twisted Minds. Neptune doubted me. I don't know.
Right. So I think personally, it's not just Buriram United Esports that we have to keep an eye for. It's also Twisted Minds. They are slowly getting there points by points.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, Twisted Mind, the first time when we saw them, they're all aggression. Got no regard of whatever placement they get. As long as they get elimination, it doesn't matter. This just, probably they tried it in game number 1. And as you called it, they didn't do too well. Only 5 points out of that game. And then a second, like, let's be a little bit smart. Let's play it safe. And you've seen how well they distanced themselves from all the engagement that happened and did manage to get that big booyah.
Yeah, we talked about earlier as well player performances. If we go back to the first match for Buriram, Joanna, 13 eliminations, absolute carry, and then we saw what Aim God, if I'm not mistaken, was able to do in that 1 versus 2. Is there any players coming up in these next 2 matches that we're going to be keeping a close eye on, Conchita?
I do think that Joanna's still going to kill it. I mean, Buriram has 2 person that I'm keeping an eye out for. It's Joanna and Moshi, because let's not forget that 6 elimination points he got in just 1 game. So yeah, I'm definitely not going to go easy on them. The other team should be gunning for Buriram United Esports right now if they don't want to lose those points.
And one personality of Buriram United that we know of is they want to steal away the MVP from each other. So Jonah is already in there, Moshi already show up. So I won't be surprised if the combination of the Russian support, Wasana and Get High, will be grabbing the next one.
And I mean, we've seen the massive improvement from them even from EWC in 2025 as well. Like this team obviously have, won their World Series, and now not only do they want an MVP, okay, who doesn't want that, but now if they can win that World Series and then EWC 26. Imagine that trophy wall, guys. Goddamn.
We're not asking for much. We're just asking for just win everything for the year. Why not? Talking about all these players, one player that I would like to see him being able to show up here at this stage as well, that maybe he hasn't been able to in the first 2 matches, and we know he performed really well in that group stage, is none other than Yago for Lost. Lost, we expected them coming in hot at group stage, is none other than Yago.
Okay, we can see Lion at 29 points, 20 eliminations. Fourth position of Lion, 29 points, 20 eliminations. AGL with 22 eliminations and 28 points, a point behind Lions. 5th position of AGL. Fluxo W7M with 25 points and 16 eliminations. 6th position of Fluxo W7M. We can see Team RRQ with 23 total points, 16 eliminations, 0 booyah. Team Falcons with same 23 points and 10 eliminations. EVOS with 22 points and 11 eliminations on 9th positions. MIBR lost with 15 points and 8 eliminations. Soul Esports and Apex Gaming, Indian teams on the bottom of the leaderboard. Not a very proud moment for India, but still they are trying to play a bit. Once they get momentum, they can lead the leaderboard. Soul Esports with 8 points and 6 eliminations. Apex Gaming with 6 points and 2 eliminations. We are soon about to witness
Go for
Clash
loss.
of
We expected them
right
Korea.
here.
And right now,
Again, map
they are
of
a third
Kalari
of the
has
way
been
there. They
started
have more
right
than 30
away.
points towards the threshold of 90.
Map
I
of
think
Desert,
a
map
couple
of
more
Heat
good
has
rounds,
been
give it 2 or
started.
3. PRU, they are going to be in a prime position to take it all
Players
back.
have
And it looks
started
like we are
taking
ready for
drop.
our game already.
Against
At Shrines, do
Loss,
we
MIBR
get a hot
moving
drop? Because we know
towards
EVOS as
Loud
well as
moving
MIBR
towards
Loss usually do
Council
drop
Hall.
by here. But
Falcons
thankfully,
moving
they
towards
will choose the
Bayfront.
foundation
Soul
instead. And MIBR
also
Loss will
moving
not be
towards
disturbed for the time being. But they
Bayfront
cannot
right there.
take that for
TAG,
granted
KD
because
God is
a
trying to move
potential
towards
rotation
Saint
from
Katrina.
EVOS as they like sticking towards
Twisted
the
mindset,
outer
the
regions
sub.
of this map before
Fluxo
hopping
at
on towards
Mammoth,
Refinery.
EGL
And
at
Refinery, on the
Belize,
other hand,
RRQ
is
on
conquered as
Refinery.
usual by the kings of Refinery themselves, RRQ.
My attention is going to be on
Buriram
MT
at
Sexy that
Stonebridge.
is now brought in by MIBR Law, so General not going to be playing this game.
TAG
The
God
second
at
thing is also
Saint
the
Katrina.
rotation of BRU.
Okay,
We know that they
TAG
love
is
to go to
against
command post. The
BRU.
command post is now preoccupied by Lion instead.
Start of the
BRU
match.
up against
TAG
TAG once more.
against BRU.
Will the Indian squad wake
Big
up here
clash right here.
in game
Can
number
they
3?
get momentum
At
on the start
Kalahari,
of
it's
the match
usually
right here
the
against
Thai teams that
BRU.
have found dominance
If
thus
they
far here
wins
at
this
Free
clash
Fire
right here, it will be a
EWC
great
26.
momentum
Get high
boost.
down,
Wasana have been taken down.
and it looks like
Wasana
India
have
just
been
needed to flash
eliminated.
back on the
Koena
gas.
have been down
And
right
Team
there.
Apex Gaming
Will
absolutely
win.
shut down their plays,
With
leaving
very
one
low HP, but we have got a great
final survivor.
great
Can
clash
they
of
hunt
India right
down
here.
the final one?
Moshi is
Moshi,
running
the
away.
super
Toto is
sniper
trying to
of
chase
Thailand,
Moshi.
scurrying
Now,
away as quickly as
Buriram is in
possible.
danger of getting eliminated
No
at
marks on
0
his side,
eliminations
no
right
step
here.
bikes.
Great
And
damage
Team
towards
Apex
Moshi.
Gaming
Moshi
just
has
need
been
one
eliminated.
more.
Buriram have been
And
eliminated.
the three-time world
Buriram
champs out of
United
Kalahari on
Esports
that
have been
ship.
eliminated by Team Apex
Wasana with his
Gaming.
hands on his head
We
because that
have
was
got
an
our
absolute
momentum.
disaster
Apex Gaming
for
has got its
BRU.
momentum right here.
RQ come to
They
life,
have
they
shown
find
the
EVOS
dominance
at
right on the
Foundation,
start
but
of
EVOS should
match.
be out of this.
Top
They have
clash,
2
they
more
have
members
got a
left.
very great
The
top
UAV
clash
does
right
ping
here.
out Ray.
Now
He doesn't hook
RRQ
on
is
his space, but
going
not
towards
much cover to work with. So this
EVOS
should be
Ray.
the
EVOS
third
have got a great
confirmation
damage
for the
right
Kings
there.
of Kings.
Ray
But at
is
least,
about to get
unlike BRU,
knocked
EVOS,
down
they
right
have
here.
a second win in this game.
EVOS have
A
been
little bit
knocked
of a
down.
civil
Ray
war here
has
between
been
RRQ
eliminated.
and EVOS.
RRQ with 3
But the
eliminations.
team Apex Gaming, who were literally at the very bottom of the leaderboard when we
Apex Gaming
started,
has made 4
and they
eliminations
continue to rise up
right
to the top. They have
away
no idea who
by
they took down.
eliminating the
So
leader
I
of
don't
the
know if it's going to be
leaderboard.
a huge
Buriram
confidence boost for
United
them, but as long
Esports
as they
at
can
0
maintain this momentum
eliminations.
after winning out that initial
Buriram
fight.
must
Loud up against
make a
Falcons on
comeback
the other
in
hand.
next
Nick
match
with the
to
backstab,
top
and
up
you've
with
got
the
Waktan
leaderboard.
from the
Now
front
as
with the
we can
VSK.
see,
They got that
Loud
done
Gaming
absolutely
with
well, and now
one
they're going in for the
elimination
chase.
at
Guerrero's going to be
35
stuck all
points.
alone here.
Guerrero-
Iquake's not going to find the tag on him just
fighting
yet, but
against
Trap
Trap.
cutting down the distance here.
Now
Max
Trap
7
is
in hand.
rushing
Guerrero's
towards
about to be
Guerrero,
popped, and he
and
puts him
Guerrero
down
has
on the
been
ground.
eliminated
Beautiful
by
play
Trap.
so far from the Brazilian squad.
Now, no way out of that for Cororo. Trap did say during the interview with Caro that they are feeling really good after the first booyah. And they have been local champions multiple times. And one of the things that is missing is this EWC trophy and the World Series finale.
Oh,
But
yeah.
at least for now,
RRQ is
RRQ
moving on
also a
towards
team
Lion
that only
Joker.
finishes second. They're definitely looking
Joker has
to
been
break that
spotted and
curse here
Joker
on
has been
Paris
attacked
stage.
by
A
RRQ.
bite around the
Joker
corner.
has been
That's going to be
knocked
Joker
down
down.
and eliminated by
RRQ with the
Abhay.
6th point.
Yeah, easy takedown there. Lion left their player all alone outside just for a little bit of a distraction. And this
We
was
can
the
here see the
replay. A
replay
phenomenal
of
performance from
TAG.
Shoto.
Shoto.
And he just shut down the hopes of Buriram in the second game after, once again, a fiery start for your 3-time world champions who have never
EVOS is following
won the first
Della.
spot here
EVOS is chasing
at
Della.
the Esports
EVOS is
World
trying
Cup.
to eliminate
They're
Della.
taken out
Della
the
has
lobby
been taken down
prematurely.
right there.
EVOS on the other hand,
EVOS have been
Lion
eliminated
after
for
Lion, they'll hunt
elimination
down.
for
We just saw
EVOS.
RRQ find one earlier.
Now Lion
Either way,
technically
Lion's not
remaining.
doing too well.
Will he
Yakos
survive and be able to
can
revive
see the
his
shots
team?
from the back.
Make
Man
it
does not
that
have the
team
bars
back
at this
again
point of
to the
time.
map
They're going
right
to be
here.
regretting bringing that Skylar in. But it is what it is. SHUL on the other hand, bumping into yet
Soul
another Brazilian
against
squad out
Los
there.
MIBR.
Yago with sliver of health and nameless AGAL from afar,
Yago
cutting
has
down the
been
distance, slowly
eliminated.
catching up with them. And perhaps this third party can allow SHUL to pull in a couple of revives.
EGL
Let's see if
against
Bunny can make that
now
rescue
it's
mission
risk
happen.
possible because only one
And
player is
T7 can
right
get
there.
pushed right now by
Twisted Minds.
Twisted
sitting
Minds.
and
Bob
Fluxo.
wants to provide long-range support, but he's getting pinned down as well. Twisted Minds with the
T7
pieces
has
in
been
place,
down
getting
right
knocked
there.
down from afar. Is Bob delivering
Trump has been
on the
eliminated and
platter?
revived
Twisted Minds stopped
instantly.
in their tracks.
Diamond
Yeah, you sit
has
on my
been down
shoulder,
and
buddy. I'll
Diamond
pick
has
you
been
right
revived
up.
too.
Diamond
Fluxo is making
brought
run
right
towards
back in here by the mass,
reviving
and
its
Bob's
team,
caught
but
out.
helping
Diamond, beautiful play off the top of the 10. M24 in hand, but Exposy looking for the vending machine.
Right there by Fluxo.
And Butch is in.
Fluxo has revived it.
Will
right
be
there.
able to take him away. The guard of the vending machine failed on his mission, and Twisted Minds don't get to take the squad out of the equation just yet.
A big clutch there from Butcherson.
Minds.
But earlier on, when we saw BRU get wiped out, it freed up command post, so Team Apex Gaming now have full control of the southern side of the map. Lion not in a good spot as Evos catches up to RRQ again. The young gun
right
of
there.
RRQ is the one that gets the drop, but
have
Evos prevails.
Team RRQ.
And they
Troll
lock
has
in
been
that
spotted
fifth
by
point.
Ray.
Now around the corner is going to be a Troll that is isolated.
Right there.
Ray finds that finisher.
Yeah, you can't roll the one and only Evos. 6 eliminations in hand already.
Evos with 6 eliminations, trying to make
they
their
were all
comeback.
spread out on the battlefield. MIBR lost on the other hand, bumping into Falcons yet again. This one just does not end. Empty
right
6
here
down
by
on the ground. Round A7 on a high ground here, has got the Winchester in hand. Pina in shooting distance in the crosshairs of Raone, but he does not get the job done. He has to be pushed off here. It's on fire, catches up with him, and from up top the SVD straight to the head. Raone was looking for the vending machine but prevented. And Yago's going to turn tails here, trying to get out of there as quickly as possible. But the hit list has been bought. And MIBR with your final player, although they have the stealth points, they're not going to be able to get away from this Falcons. They know exactly where he is. And this is going to be the end for MIBR here in this lobby.
The Tyrant just to confirm the elimination, Yago can hide all he wants. There's no escaping the talents of the Falcons. MIBR lost, removed in 9th place. And that puts Loud and Twisted Minds in a comfortable spot. Both teams who have had a booyah so far are now leading the pack just because BRU is not in it.
On the next update, we're going to see Mars' capability of even avoiding the hit list. That was unfortunate, man. We tried to stay hidden, but got exposed in a totally different way. Brilliant play, brilliant strategy out of Falcons. And now, Twisted Minds versus Fluxo. Bob's MP7. That's the rest of Twisted Minds. Use the zip line to cross the battlefield. Diamond has got MP7 in his crosshairs. MP7 on the other hand, focusing on the airdrop. They want to make sure they got the weapons of choice to take on Twisted Minds as well as the utilities, but the pass with the advantage at 590 only needs another one, almost messed that up. But MT7, the sniper, just could not take a decent CQC.
Yep, Twisted Minds with the daylight robbery and an extra point under their pocket. Fluxo forced to run away. Pot shots headed towards Boss. Butcherson needs to hold the fort to find an isolated Joker, but they need to secure some space at the sub for MT7 to come back into the lobby. Fluxo surprisingly very, very spread out as a team on the southern side of the map.
If you look at this map, usually we've seen dominance out of the 5 squads so far. Falcons, Buriram, AJAL, all of them have 1 booyah each on this Kalahari map. With Buriram out of the equation already, perhaps Falcons and AJAL will be the biggest threats later. Fluxo, on the other hand, they've got a booyah for themselves on this Kalahari map as well in their run here at EWC 26. But as far as those points are concerned, they didn't really rake in a lot of eliminations. In fact, Fluxo hasn't really looked very strong on the battlefield so far as the eliminations.
Yeah, not at all. I definitely expected a bit more, but I'm looking for them to ramp up maybe game 3 and 4 onwards, right? This is the team that needs some time to warm up their engines. But one of the theme of this game is the fact that 2 of the biggest strongholds are Refinery and Command Post because of RRQ and BRU. Both of them are not in the lobby, which means that there's a lot of real estate freed up for everyone else. The game should slow down temporarily until maybe the 11th minute mark. And until then, we're going to see Dragon being picked up left and right and then brought back by the vending machine. And that means there's going to be some free points for the teams who managed to find these eliminations.
But he tried his best there to get to the vending machine, but unfortunately the Valiant Dash used against him, not really to disable any of his defenses, but just to cut the distance down. And Exposing finding Jack as well, and now SHUL left with 1 final survivor. Can India find a way to get back into this matchup through this squad?
Team Apex Gaming, on the other hand, started off really hot up against Buriram, but they've been silent so far. AJAL finding the Brazilians. Loud, then the grenade M79 up into the top floor. Trap will be pushed down by the M590, and that starts off a big one, and that's a massive advantage because that's the player that had the M79 on the side of the Brazilian squad. Cypher traded out, deal with the shot from afar with the M82B, and they dismantle Loud with that play.
Perfect execution from AJL. I think there was a bit of a miscom there from Loud, who tried to run down the stairs. The trap absolutely caught out. Not really sure what the plan was, but Cypher with the great execution on the Battalion Dash sealed the deal there.
I think the play there was supposed to be the M79 be sent down to that lower ground, and then of course those grenades to take out the players from the front lines. But unfortunately, before he could get into position, he just got shot out of the spot with the M590. Beautiful play out of Cypher there in that moment. But now Twisted Minds up against EVOS. Both these teams know each other very well from the Southeast Asian region. And it is EVOS right now leading with the eliminations as well as the utilities. Twisted Minds not too far behind them. But you look at the long reposition, that's probably, I think, Exposi trying to get into spot to see if he can flank around. AGAL watching this battle from afar as well. If you finds aim god, this is going to be deadly.
Yeah, we can say the same for if Russia gets a clear shot. Diamond's already tagged out. You have also on the high ground too, so Twisted Minds not really comfortable staying out in the open at Foundation. They need to find some cover here. But with EVO's pushing in, they gotta pick Poison.
Yeah, you gotta pick a Poison, man, either way. I think there's a fair chance you do not find the antidote for either one of them. More stealth fights used by Russia. He gets a easy flank around the left-hand side to find the circle first before the rest of his brothers. And the rest of the frontliners on the side of EVOS will be holding Twisted Minds back. And Russia, right after he gets into spot, he gets shot in the back by the player from the side of Fluxo, most probably MT7. EVOS calls for the Bolt Maker. Lightning zone now. Twisted Minds cannot step out into the open. He's got with one misplay that does not manage to get the first knock down in the Valiant Dash. Almost saving him, but it was that A124 thrill of battle that gave them the bravery to step into that battle. But Twisted Minds turning the situation around for themselves.
Yeah, and Russia needs to build a team out right now. Finds a nade and a snipe. Russia going above and beyond and putting EVOS on his back.
One more.
Exposing the bars, remainders of Twisted Minds.
Exposi have been down right there.
With the
Raisa
delivery
has been
system,
spotted.
can he complete the cycle here as the pass? Desperately bringing his teammates back with the revive, but Russia has done more than enough. It's his turn to maybe get his teammates back into the game. The pass over the blue wall, the pass comes out on top.
The best, beautiful. Gets the insurance policy first on that revive, bringing Diamond back into play and then going for the shutdown. But their chances of surviving this lobby and getting a booyah is absolutely slim. The Bass is going to probably get taken out of the equation here outside the circle, tanking a lot of damage. Apex on the other hand, right beside SHUL, who have had a full squad recovery, looking for the next zone. Can he stay a ninja? Nah, they've spotted him already and Apex is going to get tagged up. Probably this is the end for EVOS here.
Yeah, it's either them or it's either SAUL, AJL that takes that away. Just a free point sitting out in the open. If you are the Indian team, you definitely wouldn't want that point as you are sitting at the bottom. As we lose Twisted Minds on screen too, Apex is just trying to... I mean, he did gain an extra placement point for himself before Duel finally collects that. So we are going to go down to just 6 more teams.
AGAL as well as Fluxo, the only 2 other teams that have managed to secure a booyah on Kalahari from this EWC stage. Can they take it all the way? Lion has been fairly quiet after a few mishaps at the very start. Haven't secured a single elimination for themselves. Fluxo on the other hand, tanking a lot of damage outside the circle. Spots out SHUL on that rotation. Jack's getting tagged up by Baros. AGAL like shooting fish in a barrel. And Fluxo wants to steal that away. MT7 knocks down Troll. He makes sure he gets the confirmation as well. AGAL getting those shots in, making sure they scare the players on the side of Fluxo back. And they're trying to keep Bunny Pinson in.
Yeah, this is a good game for Fluxo and AJL to pull ahead of the curve because some of the Apex are already
get
out.
eliminated,
and with Bunny
getting eliminated, Soul Esports will get eliminated.
Bunny is also pinned down behind that glue wall, and it's only a matter of time before AJL finds him. Lion now will join that fight, and maybe that's the distraction that will bail Fluxo out of the situation as they fight against TAG.
Yeah, brilliant recovery by Fluxo here, instantly jumping out of the monster truck, getting the pick up with the glue walls, and they take Bunny out of the equation as well. Unfortunately, the Circle actually claimed that point off of them. As SHUL Esports makes the exit from the lobby, we now have the top 3, and 2 out of the 3 teams
higher angle and higher
definitely geared up for the Booyah here.
Right there.
Falcons, just the one team that strayed on in. Can they make it out of here? I totally forgot that they were still alive and kicking. All 3 of these teams have already performed at Kalahari, and they're looking to pull off their second Booyah. Which one will be able to secure that for themselves? Cypher bringing the whole squad of AGL together with him, backing him up as he cuts the distance down between their squad as well as Fluxo, but they realize right under the bridge Fluxo will be dangerous, and they take a quick U-turn, but they'll have to deal with Falcons here, and they're gonna hope and pray that it is Fluxo that finds Falcons first. Jump pad getting them in, but that's the bad move. First one gets snuffed out of the air. Peanut with a double on fire finds Nameless, and AGL losing too early.
This is good for Fluxo. Corolo made his rotation too late and went down to the blue. Peanut did take down Dew, but now Fluxo completely freed out and might get an advantageous fight against Falcons. Peanut needs some help, but the blue zone is pushing them straight into the heat of Fluxo, who are coming at them with full force. You expose and limit with the first one to even the odds out. Fluxo forward, Butcherstein with the dash in. Peanut covering himself, and Butcherstein now needs assistance. Gets knocked down, finds the trade again. His limit trying to hold Falcons together, but he falls in the hands of MT7. Peanut brought back up, bumps in front of him, on fire, providing help. Falcons side by side as Fluxo looks to turn the corner. The pre-fire comes through. Peanut rushes in. MT7 holds his own. MT7 delivers on fire with the trade. Can Bob seal it? The captain of Fluxo. Do it! On fire! It's on fire! And Falcons get their Booyah.
Yes, second Booyah at Kalahari. The 5th time they make their run here on this map, and they're truly dominant. But a well-played game for all 3 teams that squeeze themselves towards that final circle. A brilliant play by Falcons. They got locked down by the thrill of battle off of that A124 initially, but it was Pina and his M590 perfection. Well-timed glue wall, circled around it. Could not use his active skill, but it didn't matter. He went in for the pop, an instant pickup to maintain the numbers advantage, and the distraction with the extra player on the side of Falcons more than enough to allow On Fire to pop off towards the very end. A brilliantly executed final circle for Falcons.
This is something that Falcons is very good at. You put them at a disadvantage, they will somehow even the odds out and then tip the scales in their favor.
เล่นก่อนปืนกลางว้าว
And you see the prioritization of the Diva there as well, and that's exactly what got them that instant pickup in such a dire situation. Without the focus on Diva, I think they would have been wiped out already, and that's exactly what makes these passive skills so important at a level like the Sasuke.
Absolutely, and because of that, Falcons get themselves 28 points from Kalahari, but Fluxo and AJL, they're not too far behind, right? 21 for Fluxo, 19 for AJL. These are the teams that actually needed these points the most with BRU and Wild Snickers out of the equation early on, and now we should start seeing a bit of a separation from the top 6 and the bottom 6, because it's starting to look like it's a top-heavy game.
A great recovery for Team Apex Gaming as well. India had a phenomenal run yesterday. First 2 matches, not really on their side. This is the game they wake up on, but SHUL still lagging behind a tad bit, but at the very least, not at the very bottom of this leaderboard for Kalahari. But on the overall leaderboard, I'm fairly sure they're still at the bottom. They need to do a lot, and they have to hope and pray that this day does not end quick, because you very well know that it could just happen. Now Team Falcons, after that game, I'm very sure they're somewhere around the 50-point region, and if they give us exactly what they gave at the grand finals, the very first match was a 40-point bomber, they might just activate the champion rush condition or the match point in this very next game.
You're right, AJ. I mean, they still hold the world record for most points in a single game. If they deliver that, it is going to be, you know, Another one of those examples where Falcons prove that they are the superior team. And can you imagine being a two-time champion at EWC? They already have the 2 stars as the club champion, so why not make that run it back?
Yeah, absolutely, man. 2 teams out here on that stage capable of becoming the 2-time world champions for Free Fire at the Esports World Cup. You've got EVOS, you've got Falcons, but are they going to be upset by the squads out there today? Because if you look at the overall leaderboard, based on the performance that we saw off of Kalahari earlier, it's currently going to be stacked with the Thai teams at the top.
Absolutely. And the one thing that I was worried about coming into this grand finals, even after yesterday, was if these Thai teams are going to go aggressive, and so far they have been. So let's see if they can keep that Thai freight train going. We'll be right back with more action.
The human body was built to move, not trapped at a desk in one singular posture.
If your workflow looks like 12 open tabs and 3 subscriptions, stop. This is Envato, because I can generate cinematic video, high fashion images, retouch photos, create voice.
Ergonomically engineered for you, gamers, hybrid workers, artists, backing your every move.
What a game, and welcome back to our station. I'm Yuso, and right next to me is Lucifer. Wow, okay, so before we start everything, I must talk about India teams. Alright, so I think that stepping into the finals, they are a little bit struggling, but look at TAG at the first beginning of the game 3. Clear all Woodruff United Esports? What are you going to say about that, Lucifer?
They needed that initial start to get an idea about the stage itself, because grand finals, come on, it's not that easy. But they have done it. They took down Buriram and almost fully taking down EVOS as well. So brilliant stuff coming in from their end, but also have to add on to Loud's consistency coming through. This time AGL might have troubled them, but you can see Loud for Brazil, they're also moving in that direction. And I really like how these teams, on one end India, on the other end Brazil, everybody's trying to take this trophy away from Southeast Asia.
Exactly. Okay, so we have Brazil teams here, Loud and Fluxo. They are doing pretty great, right? But what is wrong with Lost? I just keep questioning myself during the 3 games past, like, what is really wrong with them? Like, I don't really know what is happening to Lost. Like, have you got any idea?
I think right as now it's Loud as well as Fluxo. They're the ones who are picking up, and MIB are lost. Unfortunate, they're coming in the mix of that battle and they're unable to pull it off. Hopefully they do something different that works in their favor, but one team that did in their favor to get back what they did in EWC 24 is Falcons, that they want to be a 2-time EWC champion.
Great, but what about EVOS? Because they are getting a little slower than during the 3 games away. But I'm really impressed with the final play. We have our last circle, AJAL, Fluxo, and also Team Falcons. And Falcon Pina is definitely on fire. He's played really nice, even in the last circle. Control the game's really nice. We cannot talk about on fire. But he's getting fire, he's back, and I'm really proud of my little boy here.
Falcons indeed are getting their fire back in, because they know that they need this trophy once again. They need to become the 2-time. It's not seen yet here. And if they do it at Esports World Cup 2026 Paris, they will be elated. They will have their key right here. That's the reason we're standing right next to the game trophy, along with 3 keys that they could maybe crush and take it home. But again, the reason I say maybe is this is Falcons getting their very first booyah, the second in the overall tournament. So there's a lot that they have to do yet.
Yes, and I'm looking forward more to see our teams, because this is unlimited games, right? Reach more to 90 points. Okay, so let's back to our studio, shall we?
Thank you very much, Lucifer and Yun. So we are about to hop into game number 4, and it is Bermuda time, back to the origins of Free Fire. And you're right, so far some of these front runners from Thailand and Brazil have been hitting it hard. MIBR lost, nowhere to be found, but hopefully they are going to start showing up, because we don't want to end by game 5 or 6, AJ. We want to double that. We want to go game 12 to make use of the unlimited games available in this grand finals. So let's see if some of the bottom dwellers can deliver us a surprise on Bermuda.
I've got my eyes on 2 teams, Loud from Brazil and Team Apex Gaming from India. Like I said, man, they needed the big mustache on the desk so that India can get a little bit more excited. Let's see if or not they take this one all the way. They haven't had a Booyah on Bermuda just yet, but I'm hoping this is the first one for TAG Fluxo. In a little bit of a danger zone here. I'm talking about TAG. And they're making me a tad bit nervous. Do you drop at Fortino? It might just happen. TAG, you better win this one out.
This is quite the shift because usually Fluxo prefers to go straight for Mars Electric.
I know, right?
So this either intentional by Fluxo or TAG have something that we don't know. Thankfully, they're not directly on top of each other, so there's some real estate they can both share in the vicinity. But TAG, they've already lost Woven, Shoto and Sahil Jat. Not really looking too healthy. Shoto in the front, but MT7 coming out on top. And Fluxo again off to a good start.
A very callous push there in that situation. Shoto's down, Butch is in as well as Jiu. Shot from afar. Didn't really get to see exactly who was that taking the shots up against them, but it doesn't matter. Katie God's on the way out of this sticky situation. And like a cowboy, he's riding away. No sunset, so I guess it doesn't matter.
In this context, luckily there's no sunset.
Nuh-uh.
There will be an early exit for TAG.
Hey, don't say that. I was waiting for them to come back.
Same, man. I was hoping the same as well, right? And again, that's the concern that I did brought up. Because I was expecting that, you know, the Thai team to experience one, especially those that qualified directly into the grand finals and didn't have to play yesterday. They're going to come in hot, looking for eliminations to get that big lead. And that's exactly what happened in game 1. You know, BRU did that. Twisted Minds did it in game 2. Of course, Booyah. So for the teams from India, this is probably the biggest pressure that they've ever faced. And under all these aggressions from the teams and how fast the lobby has been going, it is going to take a while for them to get used to it, and it better come fast.
Yeah, looking at what Fluxo did here, they're definitely going in for the hunt onto Team Apex Gaming. They managed to take down Katie God, but that's not going to give them an extra advantage because the revival was already completed. The squad is on the way back in. So very intentional play, executed to perfection there by the Brazilian Giants. Fluxo getting 4 points off of TAG at the very get-go. Buriram on the other hand, just 1 point claim so far. They send the UAV out. Can they find more?
Well, TAG got lucky for just a little bit because they actually went to peak, and that's where Buriram usually spends a bit more time hanging around. So because Buriram moved to Bimasakti Strip, TAG actually gets a second chance in this lobby.
Oh yeah.
Not so lucky, not so sure about Los though, because they're about to run into BRU. Lion beelining towards where the boss is, and that could be some info the Twisted Minds can use, but I don't think they want to fight right now. They want to get those revives.
Lion versus one player from the side of Twisted Minds. Bass is going to get caught in a tight little spot here. Joker with the M24, flanking around the right-hand side. Della pushing on forward. Spots out Bass. Joker gets the first shot in. Bass pulls up a good blue wall. He's going to be able to block the shots from Della. Grenade's not going to find him just yet. Bass has got the Drogon in hand. But Joker will RGS him out of the equation. And Troll from up top. SHUL trying to interfere in the situation, but the time turner is going to allow the Lions to pick their buddy up and find that recovery as well. An extra glue wall inside the time turner just in case they break it down. But just no aggression from the side of SHUL just yet with those shots. Limit is going to get tagged up here as well. And it is a battle that I did not expect to see the Thai Giants join. And this is now turning into a three-way fight. And SHUL might be able to get away as Lions now start shooting down the Falcons.
Yeah, SHUL is the team that has info on both Falcons and Lion, and that's why they instantly backed off and leave Lion to be the Falcon problem instead of themselves. Limit just got picked back up, so Falcons didn't really have much time to pick themselves into shape. But there's still a trade between Lion and Falcons. Garoro finding Game King. That is the back broken on the Lion side. They no longer have the anchor, and Lion will be forced to split up.
Brilliant play, brilliant counter by Falcons. Although they were in a tight little spot there, using the jump pad to see if they can pull away some numbers from that equation. Intentionally or unintentionally help the Indian squad of SHUL survive. And the Lions didn't go in for the pressure since Falcons got a couple of numbers off of them as well. Now the Bears still under pressure. This time it's EBOS that finds him.
That's
Okay,
about it.
what
What
a
a turnaround. M1917
down.
gets the knock. Can he get the
Great.
confirmation? Oh, he gets the double.
2v1 by the buzz right here.
Can he get a triple? Locked down by the thrill of battle. The flag comes through from the back. Good glue wall.
2 elimination right here.
Just
The
the
buzz has
elimination.
confirmed its
The
eliminations
best
here.
monster.
And now the buzz
Absolutely insane
against
play there. Hunted
Great.
down by the entirety of EVOS and comes out with
man.
a 2-0 head-to-head so far. And the entire game,
One more?
he has been alone. He has been isolated.
Wow.
And finally Ray takes him out. But it did come at a cost for EVOS. They are forced to soft reset.
Good anticipation for Ray there off of the VSK. Silejet in the vehicle. Disadvantage up against Strap, who has the Woodpecker. Getting got, and now they're all spread out on the battlefield. Twisted Minds right above on the revive. Don't tell me he's going to drop right in here. That might be the distraction that Team Apex Gaming is going to need. SHUL on the other hand, up against Falcons. In this compound, Falcons have got the high ground advantage. Limit, Riptide Rhythm sent out already, so he's on cooldown for the active skill. Jack's going to be spotted out from afar. Pina quickly repositions towards the lower ground. They pulled out the Painted Refuge off of that Steffi earlier on, but no nades were sent from the side of Falcons. That could be the active wasted. It's a 2v2. Time turner used a little prematurely.
Nice.
Pina gets caught out though. That's a big play. Buddy Metrogon goes in for the doozy. And the follow-up will put Falcons out of the equation. SHUL Esports still alive.
Perfect stuff from Tro with the Car 98 and the cluster to set it up as well, completely scattering the front line of Falcons right into the crosshair of Tro. And TAG on the other hand, you wanted the Indian team to step up, AJ. I think they're granting your wish as they were chasing down isolated members as well. And this could put them in a good spot and give them more games in this finals. With Falcons removed, now it is Twisted Minds and Fluxo's chance to get ahead.
Bharat Mata ki Jai. That's the way, baby. But of course, it's not enough. They're still towards the bottom of the leaderboard. If they can climb up consistently, maybe get into the final circle, they stand a good chance. Man, the Bass is just having an unlucky run here in this Bermuda lobby. Tagged up again. Can he pull off a superstar play? This time it's Katie God with the M1917. The double revolvers up against the Bass, who does have the SMG in hand. The Bison, deadly. Katie God needs a sharp shot here. The Bass quickly finding the recovery off of the Superman and the backup from afar. Unfortunate. Exposi brought right back in here. Twisted Minds continuously on the revives now. Shoto needs to turn tails and get the heck out of there, because you've got two players on the side of Twisted Minds with a high ground advantage, and Diamond has the VSK. That's it. He tries to get away. Diamond, are you going to miss all of those shots? Shoto, some luck is keeping him alive, but finally taken down. Took too long for Diamond, but finally sorted that out.
Longer than they needed. Exposi, he is running all the way from peak to join his teammates. Vovin is still up, but this vending machine is so far away. And Mill, I think that's where he's heading. We saw the Dinoculus being used earlier on, but it also could be from AJL to make sure that there's no team coming in from the eastern side. SAUL have been duking it off with BRU for quite some time. Let's see if Bunny can come out on top. The blue will all go down at the same time. Is Bunny against the captain and Jonah Besson.
Man, I mean, Jonah's a monster always, but in that situation, he was definitely outnumbered. The rest of the players from the side of Buriram is having the crosshairs on him from afar. Moshi spotting out Jack as well, but Jack, with the Valiant Dash, will be able to put a little bit of a distance between himself as well as the Super Sniper of Buriram. But the rest of the SHUL players are not out of the woods just yet. Spotted out by Buriram, Jonah, as well as Get High XL out in the open. Troll has got the Car 98 and the VSK.
Oh no.
The quick scopes will get him absolutely nothing. Perfect defense off of Buriram. On the opposite end, we've got Loud bumping into Evos.
Yeah, he doesn't see Jonah with a stealth
Lion,
so that could be dangerous. Evos here. Is it another three-way fight? If it is,
could even be a four-way, Husky.
RQ joins it, you called it.
There you go.
With the snipe onto BZP, Apex is going to try and capitalize on this. But he's going to be pinned down in this warehouse as well. If Lion pushes this, it is going to be bad news for Evos.
Yeah, good recovery for Loud here. Just quickly going on to the troll, making sure RRQ does not get those easy shots. And assisted by Evos from down the bottom as well, who lay out all of those glue wall melters. They call out the Painted Refuge from Steffi, protecting them from any nades that will be tossed up onto the the roof. So that's a brilliant defense here by Loud. That ice grenade's not going to do anything to them. Dragon Freeze will not scratch them at all. But the Painted Refuge used up already. They all get tagged up by the Moko. EWC knows exactly where they are, all thanks to the Lightning Zone as well. And Loud has got nowhere to go.
They're actually trapped on this roof. But the good news is that it is right in the center of the circle, so they still have some time to plan their escape route if needed, or at least just hold here and wait for the other teams to take themselves out.
One more.
Apex under pressure, trap, clear vision of him. BRU crippled, unfortunately, as they actually lost the fight against S8UL off screen. So Moshi will have to backtrack from where he came from.
The two Indian teams are still alive, so I'm a happy man. Buridam on the other hand. Rough round here. Moshi. Could just see the end here, Nameless. I don't know if he knows.
Cypher should check this.
Flanking around, Cypher
get him.
Spots him. Moshi is not going to survive this one. Buridam taken out. Their banner burned out of the skies. Fantastic start. Just no great follow-up from your three-time world champs.
0 placement points again, AJ. Another early exit. Twisted Mind challenging TAG and Exposi. I mean, so far the pass has been hot and he's continued to be hot. Rushes into the field. They lose 2, but same as TAG, can Woven pull this back? They've already lost their star Shoto. So it all comes out to Woven and Sahyujat to make some magic happen. Gonna try to go into the other side of the building of the window. Woven needs some distance to reconvene with his teammates.
Oh man, the guy had no glue walls. He almost got shot in the back. But thanks to his lucky stars, I'm very sure they're aligned for the team perfectly right now.
Looks so.
But luck is about to run out for TAG. They do not have the resources needed to survive this final circle, and they don't have the number of players on their side as well. Will luck be on their side? A Riptide Rhythm from another squad, giving the opener here. S8UL losing lives one after the other as well on the opposite end. And the four-way fight still has Loud alive and kicking up on top.
They are holding on so well. So much medkits and glue wall to work with. They've weathered the storm for now, so RQ is going to be their next problem, but at least they have the warehouse to drop into if needed.
Wow.
Fluxo did bail TAG out from the jaws of Twisted Minds for a while, but now TAG will have to somehow get out of this with minimal resource.
S8UL, although they survived long enough into the 12th-minute mark, placement points-wise, they don't really get anything much off of this lobby at all. Team Apex Gaming with 2 final survivors, a double caught on the outside. Twisted Minds hopping on in. And they find a quick recovery before perhaps taking the fight up against Team Apex Gaming. They just need to knock on that door slightly and they'll be able to get 2 free points, unless, of course, Wolvin and Sahyujat show us some miracle because they have no glue walls to play around with. They'll just have to take a straightforward gunfight.
The Lion just wiped out 3 out of the 4 Fluxo members too as they were going on the cross. The high ground advantage was too good for Lion to pass up, and now Tahiji is going to get absolutely ran through by the bars. They should spell the end of TAG and get out into the blue. Woven actually finds that revive on the KD God to extend their lifeline, and he's on the MT7. Woven though loses the fight, but MT7 did eventually perish to the blue.
Yeah, Woven did manage to collect that elimination off of him. Brilliant play, but of course Team Apex Gaming, that's going to be their consolation prize. They survived definitely much longer, but elimination points wise, that's exactly where we see the big improvement coming through from the squad. But they need way more than that to climb a leaderboard in a massive lobby like this. Not their fault at all. On the survival stage, you didn't have these big boys, you didn't have these monsters prowling around. It's a tough lobby to say the least. Lions now rotating away from Twisted Minds. Fluxo versus RRQ, the big fight. Dude still alive and kicking. RRQ doing a number on them, spotting out Rams. Circling around the blue wall, won't get clapped by the thrill of battle at the A124. Does RRQ in? The sniper of RRQ can't do much in this situation.
And
Tries to
team
run
wipe out
away.
by loss
Protected by
MIBR have
Ricky.
showed its
Easy
dominance
points for
right here.
MIBR, and that's the 4
They
that they pick up in
have
this lobby.
eliminated
Good stuff.
Team
MIBR
RRQ right
needed
away. Loud
an
still
intervention. They
holding their
needed a way
position
back
up on the
into
roof
this
of
finals, and I
this.
think they found that
have got a
opening.
great height
Now it's about
advantage
converting that into more.
right
Loud
here.
still holding on strong in the
Lion,
next circle.
AGL,
And
lost
see if it
MIBR.
decides whether Loud gets to stay. Nope, out into the open we go. AJL, they are primary position to vulture all of these points from the far. And if AJL gets this booyah, they are going to be so close to 90 points.
How long has Loud stayed on this roof? They have played their defense perfectly. Nobody has been able to punish them. Nobody has been able to kick them off. Now the blue zone will finally do the job. removing the Brazilian squad off of that roof. But the question is, how will they make their move
EGL
in
is
towards
eyeing.
the next circle?
EGL is
Now, Lightning
targeting
Zone has been
towards
called out.
Los
It is
MIBR
not
right there.
AGAL's bold maker,
EGL.
potentially from MIBR, as they are looking to make their way a
MIBR
long
looks
journey towards the
intense
next zone.
right
Glue
there,
wall melters
looks
laid out here by
intense
AGAL.
right
General's
there.
going to be in a
General
lot
has
of
got a great
trouble,
damage.
but the shots, the cover from Yago allows him to make the quick rotation round, and MIBR still safe.
The only way to really make this competitive is for Lost to get that booyah somehow.
Explosive have been down right there. Loud
members, BZP
have
hanging
down
on by
the
a thread
roof
now.
now.
Top back up.
Quadruple 6 elimination for Loud BZP. Loud have stood their dominance. Lions are here for fight. Lions.
Yeah, Lion steps on in
BZP
right
and
after
Trap
that double
are
nade
fighting a great fight right
from the
here.
side of
Lion
Twisted
Dalla.
Minds. Beautiful
Dalla has
play.
been spotted.
And of course, it is Lions that get
Okay, Games
the
King is
biggest slice
okay.
of this pie
Now
through
it
those
seems
points. Diamond still
danger for
clapped by the
Lions
thrill of
to come
battle. He can't use his
zone.
active skills just yet.
As
Goes in
zone
for the
is
Superman right outside
dealing
the
a
zone.
great damage right there. Dalla have been eliminated. 6 eliminations for BZP. Games King. Lions have been eliminated out of equation. Twisted Minds. Okay. Now Loud BZP have been eliminated by Diamond. He got stuck in the blue wall side.
That's clapped by AGL for the booyah.
Eliminated. AGL has got the
Have
booyah
now
right here.
officially hit that critical mass. They are so close to 90 points. This booyah, I believe, paired with 11 eliminations, puts them one good game away from the 90-point threshold. How sweet would that be? They came up a global finals clash squad victory, but it was something that people brushed aside because it's not Battle Royale, it's not the Holy Grail. But now the Holy Grail right in front of them is just one step away.
Before this match, they were 33 points away. I wonder if or not they've managed to pull off a phenomenal run. I mean, if you look at it from the grand scheme of things, these three Thai squads, Team Falcons, Twisted Minds, AGAL, they didn't really go all out in the first game like what Buriram did. But right after that, you see the consistency out of these boys. And Falcons and Twisted Minds already with their booyah earlier, and AGAL just picking one up for themselves as well. So if you look at it from the grand scheme of things, Southeast Asia doing phenomenally well out there.
This has to feel like deja vu for BRU. This was exactly what happened back in Riyadh in 2025. Get a hot start on Bermuda in game 1 and then absolute silence. And it has happened 2 rounds in a row. You gotta feel what the players are thinking. I think Wasana is starting to feel the stress as well. Hands on his head in game 3 and really just slumping back on the chair after game 4 ended. But there's one team that deserves Twisted Minds. They missed out last year. Jump was with poor memory. They didn't even make 80 points. They finished last in Riyadh. He joined Twisted Minds and now they are here and they're ever so close.
Absolutely. But are they close enough to the consistency of AGAL? They have been dominating Clash Squad and they have also been ripping away massive points in whichever Battle Royale lobby they hop on into. Any tournament that they've visited so far, they've definitely found the top 3 for themselves, and now they're looking to become the champions here for Free Fire at Esports World Cup 2026 Paris. And they're not too far away from doing exactly that. 90 points, that's our match point target. And right now they may just be, like you said, 1 game away.
Yeah, 1 game away from 90. And if everything goes according to plan for AGAL, game 6 is where they lift that trophy. It would be a fast finals. I mean, not that we've not seen it. We saw it back in spring when Team Secret walked away with 4 consecutive booyahs, but AGAL has such a good run so far. But again, we did highlight Twisted Minds earlier on, and now we have them on stage. Let's hear what they have to say.
Welcome back to the main stage. My name is Barney Banks and I've got Exposy here from Twisted Minds, playing absolutely out of their skin at this point. Exposy, I want to just quickly ask you, if we look back to groups, you guys would play relatively slowly and you would gain momentum throughout the day, and then obviously you'd end on a high, obviously winning your group. However, today you've come out really aggressive. Was that always the plan?
ก็คำถามแรกนะฮะถ้าเกิดมองย้อนไปตอนกรุ๊ปสเตจเนี่ยฮะตอนนั้นเราเล่นกันแบบว่าค่อยๆไปเรื่อยๆแบบว่าไต่ขึ้นไปเรื่อยๆแบบเงียบจนสุดท้ายแล้วเนี่ยเราจบที่1ของกรุ๊ปสเตจเลยนะฮะแต่ว่าพอมารอบแกรนด์ไฟนอลฮะพวกเราฟอร์มของพวกเราออกไปทางร้อนแรงแล้วก็เอ็กซ์เซสซีฟค่อนข้างมากเลยเป็นยังไงบ้างฮะตอนนี้
ก็ดีครับทีมได้ปั่นจักรยานไปหอไอเฟลครับก็เลยเล่นดีครับ
Yeah, actually, like the reason behind like our aggressive style is like because we got a chance to like ride a bicycle to the Eiffel Tower, so we have a lot of energy to play today.
Because you rode a bicycle to the Eiffel Tower. That's pretty cool. Let's talk about the current situation that you're in right now on the leaderboard, okay? You're from one of the strongest regions coming into this, alongside the likes of Falcons, AGAL, yourselves as well, and of course, Buriram United Esports. How does it feel right now to be sitting, towards the top of the leaderboard, almost leading the charge?
ก็ถ้าเกิดมองไปที่ลีดเดอร์บอร์ดตอนนี้นะฮะเทียบกับสกอร์ของทีมที่มาจากรีเจียนเรานะฮะไม่ว่าจะเป็นว่าฟาลคอนนะฮะบุรีรัมย์หรือไม่ก็ทีมอื่นทวิสเต็ดมายหรือว่าอื่นๆก็ตามนะฮะคะแนนของเราตอนนี้เนี่ยค่อนข้างโดดออกไปทีเดียวแล้วก็ตอนค่อนข้างสูงแล้วก็เกือบถึง90แล้วนะฮะรู้สึกไงบ้างครับ
ก็รู้สึกดีแล้วครับทีมเล่นดีก็ฝากคนไทยเชียร์เยอะนะครับ
Yeah, I'm very happy and very satisfied for the result of our performance, and hopefully like all the Thai fans and everyone around the world keep supporting them to the end.
Well, finally, before I let you go, I just want to ask you what it would mean to you and your teammates and of course your community watching to lift this incredible trophy that you see before you.
คำถามสุดท้ายนะฮะก็รู้สึกไงบ้างฮะแล้วก็คิดว่าแฟนๆจะรู้สึกไงบ้างในนาทีที่เราได้ยกถ้วยรางวัลนี้ขึ้นมาฮะ
ก็ดีใจครับซ้อมมาเหนื่อยก็ถ้าทำได้ก็ดีครับ
Yeah, very happy like because like we're going so hard for this year, like we're giving everything we got, and hopefully we can finally lift the trophy.
Okay, well, yeah, it shows. You guys are trying extremely hard. It shows. Congratulations on where you're on the leaderboard. If you guys lift that trophy, I'll ride a bicycle with you guys to the Eiffel Tower. And so with that being said, we're going to head back over to the studio before we come back with some more free fire action, baby.
Esports World Cup.
We are hanging out in the festival zone, and if you don't know what this is, we're going to walk you through it a little bit because you definitely want to check this out while you're hanging out at EWC 2026. This is going to be right next to the Free Fire station. You can see there's got some people playing in here already. There's the option for basketball or football, soccer if you're American, and you can come in here, play this all day, breaks between the games. It's the perfect thing to do to kind of switch things up as you're hanging out here. But there's also a ton of games that you can participate in. I don't know if you've been by the Free Fire stage lately, but the fans from Brazil for these teams are insane. We're talking musical instruments, drums, cheers, matching outfits, flags. Sometimes gotta take a little break. So make sure you come and check out the festival area to do exactly that. Another very helpful thing to check out while you're here at EWC 2026 is, of course, the venue map. Now, might sound a little bit simple, but I'm going to walk you through why this is going to be so helpful. This is how you're going to be able to navigate the entire location, and you'll be able to keep track of how everything is going. It's going to be one of your best resources here at EWC 2026, so make sure you check it out. This is one of the games that you can play here at EWC 2026. This is your opportunity to potentially win some EWC 26 merch or even tickets to one of the events. All you have to do is come on over, take a spin on the wheel, and if you hit the right number, you could be going home with some pretty cool prizes. Now, of course, we also have our super fan area. Now, this is going to be where you want to go if you are looking for those up close and personal interactions with some of your favorite players. To come here, you can get some photos with your favorite players. You can get them to autograph some of your EWC 26 merch. Are you having a good time here so far?
Yeah, really nice. And I'm so excited to be here. We are supporting Lion and Gun Diamond.
Seeing glitter spinning that wheel reminds me of what's going on right now with that leaderboard from last time that you saw us. That leaderboard has been spinning because at one point it was Buriram. That's not the case anymore. This is starting to look like 2025 Buriram.
2025 indeed. They came out of the gates running last year and it looks like, you know, they were going to be the leaders of the pack, but then unfortunately something happened to them and they ended up in 9th place. And we're kind of seeing the same happen today. So is it a little bit of a jinx or a turn of events? Who knows? But look, obviously we talk about these teams and everybody's sort of wanting that prize, wanting that, and they definitely have what it takes to get back up to the top of the leaderboard. But right now we're just having deja vu.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, it's really difficult right now because they're the ones left out of the Thailand teams who's grabbing those booyahs. Like 3 out of 4 that is in grand finals right now is already taken that big B, and Buriram United is not getting it, but they did have a massive game number 1.
But then again, if we're talking about the Thailand team, we also have AGAL. I mean, that booyah and those consistency. Game 1, 2, 4, they keep getting 11 elimination points. And I think that is the goal today. They're going to go aggressive and they are surely locking up the points with that extra booyah they just had on game 4.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we actually end up seeing them in that first place whenever we end up seeing the overall. But for everybody currently watching at home, even if your team is not performing that well, it's okay. Just log into Free Fire and make sure you get some of the sweet in-game rewards because there's a bunch. I mean, you can kind of see them on the screen right now. Honestly, I want that EWC bat right there. Just support your local team, claim your rewards, and I mean, I can hear it from the back too. Everybody wants a bat. Can we actually get one? Because I would love to have one. Yeah, in the
when we do.
What is the jersey? The jersey was a question mark too. A question mark is currently what the Indian teams are having above their head because it's not looking like what we saw yesterday from Survival.
Yes, I am so sad actually because I am here to represent Lucifer, who is now at the casting desk. But again, I mean, they do have some opportunities because we all saw what happened on the previous match where Buriram got taken out by tag. They came out with a vengeance from being eliminated early on the previous game to taking out the biggest threat. And of course, we also saw how S8UL eliminated Falcon right on the previous game. So they do have what it takes. It's just that somehow the consistency when it comes to getting those points, now that is questionable. It's the rotation that I think they might have to reconsider again.
We talked about yesterday about the mentality of some of these squads. Maybe this is what the Indian teams need, Neptune. Taking those big fights against the top dogs little by little. And the thing right now, with the way that the leaderboard is set, whenever we get a chance to end up seeing it, you'll see how compact everything is as well.
Oh, one thing that hopefully doesn't happen for them, despite of them taking down big dogs, is that ego. The ego wherein, yes, they're confident already to take down one, but falter the next match. And that is what happened for Team Apex Gaming. Because yes, they did get one team earlier on match 3, but in match 4, it's Fluxo who did take them down.
Yes, I mean, Tag were amazing. They were a beast on the survival stage. I still remember correctly on game 3 where Shoko had 4 elimination on his own and 1,966 damage points with 7 asses. But looking at the overall ranking finals, this is interesting, 7.
It is interesting. Team Falcons, a team that's currently challenging as well for the club championship, does have a booyah. Just keep that in mind because right now the top 4 teams, all of them do have a booyah. Whenever we reach that 90-point threshold, the way that you'll have to be able to win it is going to be with a booyah.
I must say that this is going rather quick, Lace. I mean, we have 70 points already from AGAL.
Yeah, and look, we're talking about booyahs, and who doesn't have one yet? Fluxo, okay? Look, the rise to the top 4 in match 3 is exactly what we expect from this team. I mean, the aggressive fights, the adaptability. There was a part where they had Falcons on height of bridge and then AGL on the south of them, but however they did that, they maintained composure and defense in that situation. Did they get the booyah? Obviously not, it's not on there. But it was an impressive game from them to be able to move from their position that they were in to get that second place in the third match. And match 4, you know, they did prioritize early eliminations, which did sort of put them into that 4th place position with only Falcons like having 1 more point than them. So this is what we expect from Fluxo, but it is the consistency that we don't tend to see from them. It's just they get the big games in, and that's how they're maintaining their points.
That is so brave of you to say, because we're standing right behind the supporters right now. But one thing that I can also say is that at least they're doing better than my Indonesian teams, okay? Because as we all see, EVOS and Ardaryuk are having quite a hard time. They only have 41 and 36 points overall now without any booyah. So I'm just hoping and praying, because like I said before, they are booked and busy on the previous matches. They somehow had the worst positioning of all time. This is just not their day.
Yeah, I do agree, especially in that moment where Ma could have survived, like trying his best, but unfortunately, like he was just caught off guard. And that has been the same situation even in the regionals in Southeast Asia. So I thought they did manage to pull out of that, because there were some instances where even in a shotgun, he can battle it out. He can duke it out against a 1v1 or 1v2, but that is a different mode, a Clash Squad. In Battle Royale, I think they are just going back to their usual ways, and it's not working.
And Neptune, talking about the next map coming up, Nextera. I mean, we usually end up looking at some skills. We end up seeing some crazy stuff. What are you specifically going to be looking at for Nextera?
Oh, this is where the teams will be farming all those eliminations, because despite of this is similar to the size of say Purgatory Bermuda, we are seeing a lot of compounds in here. Most of the compounds is a hiding spot for those who's trying to survive, as well as the vending machine available. So this is where, in most cases in tournament, we get to see a lot of revives and then a lot of elimination as well.
Now the question is, who's doing the farming and who's getting farmed? Because right now, like I said, I am hoping and praying for our Indian teams, because they do have what it takes. We all seen that happening on the survival stage, but somehow right now they just have to shake off those final jitters, I think, because
it even looked good for S8UL for that one moment. But then what happened?
I don't know. That's exactly
Tell me, girl,
what we should be asking to the players, because they look chill as hell right now, and we need to get them refocused, because Nextera, again, this is not going to be an easy map for anyone.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be an easy map for anyone, especially for those bottom teams. But at this point, the one thing that they do have going for them is that you're at the bottom. You got absolutely nothing to lose. You might as well just send it, and I think that's what we have seen them previously fight against those top dogs as well.
And one thing that we expect right here, based on the numbers, is Brew United might be going for a comeback, because so far the average that they have is 20 points for each time that they step into Nextera, and who's following them would be RQ as well as MIBR Lost. So there's a huge potential that 3 regions or 3 countries will be taking that booyah in this map.
I mean, when we started the day, we were talking about Blue Ram, we were talking about the points that they were able to get, right? During the groups, they were averaging about 19.7 points. So far today, even though they had a great performance in game 1, they've only been 11. So a massive drop off for that squad, Conchita.
Yes, it is. But then again, if we take a look at the booyah list, 3 out of the 4 Thailand teams has gotten it. So maybe it's just about time. Then again, Buriram United Esports, they were doing so well at the elimination points up until that time when they got eliminated early. So there's still hope for Buriram United Esports. I am keeping an eye out for them. And Nextera, once again, this is one of Wasana's favorite map, actually. He said it somewhere.
I guess Buriram just don't want that World Series and then to back it up with the EWC 2026 trophy. I guess you guys just don't want it enough. So
they're giving other people a chance to catch up.
That's so humble of them.
When we were talking about the overall, we saw first place there with 70 points with AJL, and then going all the way down to Lion, I think they were somewhere in the 53-point mark. So honestly, one booyah can make the difference. We already saw what happened after 2 matches earlier on. I can't wait to see what it's going to be looking like after these 2 matches, because if it's anything like what we just saw previously, it's gonna be absolute madness. And you know what? I want to see that madness. I know you at home want to see that madness too. Let's send it to Nextera.
Well, madness is exactly what we're going to be getting as we go into this map. AJ warned us that this map could possibly be match point, because of the possibilities of some of these teams popping off. Just now, Neptune already said 3 teams, BRU, MIBR Lost, as well as RQ, have high potentials of going huge on this map. What do you think, Lucifer?
I don't like it, Tash.
Why?
I went on the stage and was like, hey, this is the time that teams are trying to take it away from Southeast Asia. But look at it, as we are back towards our match number 5, 3 teams from Southeast Asia are ready to get to match point. and that just feels like it might just go back, but doesn't matter. The cooperation looks really good. AGL, Twisted Minds and Falcons looking forward to a chance on the game trophy. This is next year, the last game where you know the clear path to, because every game after this is randomized and you don't know where you're heading in the flight.
Yeah, you're basically going in blind in this situation. Again, there is high possibility of hitting that match point, but the question is which team will be able to clinch in that final booyah to go home with the trophy and the championship title.
Flight path right now cutting the map in half. Nothing much to be worried about for any team. If you want to go up north, you have a chance at Intellect Center. And if you want to go to Decca Square, which is so far in our previous days of the journey, the 3 days was very sought after. And even our last few circles ended up near the Decca Square itself. And right now, it's only going to be SATL. However, towards Rushtown, we see Falcons and a mix of Loud and Loud. They are the next best in case of Southeast Asia do not find their match point. It's going to be Loud.
Yeah, Loud looks really good. I think in the first match was a bit more quiet from them, but they started to warm up. And I think it's really scary because they are a type of team that is just really patient with how they play. And we saw some gunshots coming through from them as well. So we are going to be seeing this fight happening. But at the same time, I suspect that for the players of Fluxo, they're keeping a close eye on this team. Limit already chunked out so low, even knocked down, but the revivals are quick. But Loud is just happy with his early 2 points.
2 points. The binoculars used to get to know where more players from Falcons are, so they know Pina is also close by. Not exact coordinates, but Pina, he'll also be snuffed out very soon. He's running out in the open. He doesn't have an idea that there's a player already ahead of his position. And very soon Falcons, even though they've got the revive, will also lose another player.
Loud has almost
on the other end, Buriram finally getting back into action, and they're taking down EVOs. They were supposed to be the ones closest to the match point, but they've been pushed so far down at the 7th spot that they need to rise up the ranks, get back to around 70 points. At least in this game, I don't see a possibility for Buriram to get to match point as comparison to the others.
Sipina, great attempt, and also successfully being able to pick up Trap in his position. Aggressive as hell, could be able to go for this 1v1 in his Nyx. Aware, drops down those glue walls, but able to bring Trap back into the game. Valiant dash to bring down the glue walls, moving all around the area. The lack of info keeps Pina at bay, but On Fire is here to provide some form of support. But Fluxo in the wings wants to join the fight, but before that could happen, Pina gets another elimination in the bag.
It was stolen. Fluxo, they're the ones who made a close by attempt here. And now surrounded is Pina. He was able to hold his front, but 2v1 is not going to work out. Electrotherapy as well, working in favor for Fluxo. But Fluxo, they still have a challenge. Loud were the ones who pushed Falcons out, so Loud are still in the close compounds there for Falcons. They might be safe and sound in the other direction, but Fluxo want to surround them. It seems like Falcons are the ones who re-attempt, and Loud are the ones who get away with it. UAV being used, information will be relayed, and Fluxo, they will again re-attempt and take down Falcons. On Fire's footsteps will be heard, but Sid will give a call, Bob, on the top to see if anybody exits in the nearby compound, and then they both again in a 2v1 might look forward to a second elimination on Falcons.
Now On Fire is very capable of winning 2v1s, but over on this side of the map here, Rand's in trouble as AGAL completely overwhelmed and swarm. Great work coming for this team. Positions all noted. No one is truly safe in this area. And now, wants to jump off from this site is looking scary. Attempts coming through here from SAUL. Jack on the other side of the glue wall somehow will go down as AGL so meticulous with how exactly they take these fights.
SATL needed to win this if they wanted to deny AGAL the match point. And with that not happening and AGAL getting the eliminations, they will now slowly get closer towards match point, and they need only 20. And if they activate match point here, meaning match number 6 is where they just need a booyah, and they will close this entire Esports World Cup 2026 for Free Fire.
Was Loud just now as well, looking really good on how they played this area. And I have to say, those early fights were really good. Loud knowing when exactly to let go and leave as soon as a third-party team is the reason why they're able to have these really deep runs and survive till the end.
AGL, they would want to be the ones who survive to the very end, grab as many points as they want. 4 eliminations right now, and right in front is going to be Loud. The team
Loud fighting
Not
with
from their
EPL
region,
right
but the
here.
challengers as best. They've been showing consistency from the
Got a
very
great
first
damage,
game.
Loud has
Got the
got
booyah in the
damage
beginning
right there.
itself. But it's not been a case where they continuously get a lot in terms of eliminations, whereas AJL, they've been better in consistency and just secured a booyah in the previous game. And AJA, all gamers global. What a global title for themselves. They won it in Clash Squad. And now they want a Battle Royale, and Nyx is down. Cypher. Oh no, the counter now coming through. That's in from Loud. The challenge for a 1v1 is only for a knock. No confirmations, but Dude's been found out, so that's going to be trapped. Off calling Cypher as well. Loud are not taking this easily. They instantly want to challenge. Nice hit coming with the throwable. Cypher still brought back to life. Chrono being used. Cypher might have patched himself, but BZP with the melter. He's surrounded, gets drawn. But Cypher will be happy that Nameless brought him back to life, and BZP out. AJL still functioning. However, Nyx is the only one floating above because Strap just got taken down. So troubles and problems for Loud.
AJL looking very aggressive here, but we also are seeing Twisted Minds join in on the fight. Two members from the team knocked down already, quickly taken away, and Cypher is limping right now. Forced to hide in a corner, forced to just really keep quiet, keep his head down. If he wants to be able, just go for that reset. Regardless, the rest of Twisted Minds not really interested in going in for this hunt, rather prioritizing survivability and positions later. But as for this side of the map here, Fluxo head toe-to-toe up against the Falcons.
Fluxo, W7M. Their fans have been non-stop on the drums, chanting their names. And now they need to get to that position. Taking down Falcons will give them massive points and deny Falcons from getting towards match point. Melta was already used. So the aggression still continues. While we take a look at the Circle, which is about to make its own shift, to bring its own gameplay and a push where teams will not be ready for it. What a quick shift it's been. A drastic one, moves to the complete eastern edge, leaving only almost Twisted Minds at the center of it, and it seems like the whole ploy is being towards Twisted Minds, maybe being the champions as well.
SAUL wants to go in for this fight, wants to be able to play comeback here, but Fluxo is definitely not a foe to be underestimated here. Troll, great on the opening, they were aware of his rotation from the other side. A nice piece of cut across, they've been able to do it. MT7's position noted, but movement is good. Being able to take some chip damage, but not enough to drop him down. Bunzin goes up close and personal, dropping down a member of SAUL as Bobs. The damage is good toward Bunny, but no knocks yet from their side. And in this situation, they're barely alive, with Troll looking to find the final member. Bobs knocked down already. MT7 running for his life. MT7 there, and SAUL overcome the Giants.
Troll, this man was on the stage with us. 4 eliminations, and SAUL Esports take down another runner on this title, making sure their attempt is back again.
Falcons have made
next step up. This matchup is going to be crucial for every team that's making a comeback.
Vans have got a great damage from Zuena right here.
RRQ also need the points. But them all playing outside the zone means this could be an opportunity for the others who are inside the circle.
Lions are battling against
now it's Lion on a challenge.
Jack have been down right here. Jack have been eliminated by Della.
He's the one who made the hit. Games Kings not.
Lions
the timing quickly Della to recover and
right
patch himself. Puts glue walls in the container, and Noor wanting to help his teammates, but he's going to be surrounded and he'll also be knocked.
Completely overwhelmed. Lion doing great with the timing, and they've been very opportunistic throughout the entirety of today. And now, in this situation, a little bit more further out of the zone, but they do have the opportunity to get into the area, since the area on the northern side is fairly empty. The only team standing between them is just TAG.
Team Apex Gaming. We just saw what SATUL were able to do, but both SATUL and Team Apex Gaming are sharing the position on the overall ranking. Not great. However, Jack trying to make it better. Spots limit, but damage being done by Jack as well.
Right here.
While on the other end, front
MIB are against EGAL.
on the top of it.
6 eliminations, Cypher has been down.
Rigby, M590 to do the damage. Confirmation also to follow through. Nameless
Loss,
trying to
MIBR
hammer
Yago have been
MIBR
down.
loss and then successful
Chandal have been
blows being
eliminated.
landed. Nameless now
Yago
covering the
has been
outer front. Rawan,
eliminated.
after his losing his teammates, wants to make a run, go for a revive. But even Rigby, he will not deny on this challenge.
Apex
He will try
Gaming
to
have been
stand for it. It will
eliminated
not
out of the
work out
game.
as AGL will have MIBR lost
MIBR
surrounded
loss
and
have been
swept out.
eliminated by EGAL. Great
Talk
benefit
about
for
a team that
EGL
is
right
really
now.
walking in the around the area, just sweeping it.
Great points
Looking
of
really good
elimination.
right now as we
EGAL
look
got
at
right
the
here.
entirety of the circle. Majority of it, at
Soul
least the
Esports
best
moving ahead with
positions, in my
10
opinion, have been
eliminations, trying to make their
completely
comeback,
taken over
trying to
here.
show their dominance.
EVOS on
Falcons
the
moving ahead
western
with 2
side, Twisted
eliminations
Minds and
for
Loud sharing the
Fina
southern side
only.
as well. Now I'm just waiting for these two to just really just duke it out because we all know how bloody
Twisted
it can
Minds
be.
and Loud can
Binoculars
get
will
it.
use so information's being
Twisted Minds
relayed
have
on
their
either
eyes
end.
towards
Twisted
Evos.
Minds, we spoke about it.
Shot they
AGL
could
might be at
get
the
right
top,
there,
a team
but
from
they
Thailand, but
didn't
Twisted
watch.
Minds, they were a team that nobody had to bat an eye on. Nobody thought that they're going to be, because AGL's there,
Aim God
Buriram's
is
there,
on the
Falcons is there from the
scope of-
region, but Twisted Minds, they're twisting players, hands and legs to make it happen. SATUL also trying that similar approach. They did battle against Falcons, but now Pina
Soul ahead,
ring
moving
around
with
the
12
poses to
eliminations.
try and see if there's a chance. He runs away from Bunny, but will be spotted. Pina still going for a 1v1. It'll not work out. It's going to be a
Fina
match
have been
7 for
eliminated
him.
by Bunny.
And
13
SATUL
eliminations
secured
for
their
Soul.
13th elimination.
This is a different look coming for SAUL. Yes, there are moments of brilliance, but this is the capability of what they're able to do. Riding high on that momentum, being able to take out the
13
Giants.
eliminations for Soul.
And now
Soul is
they
trying to
continue
make a
on
great
here.
comeback right
Northern
here.
side, they have the compound and space. And if you were to look at the zone
10
right now,
eliminations of
the southern
EGAL.
side
They
is
are not
about to get
lagging
hectic. A
behind.
majority
They are
of teams
targeting the
rotating
champions
through.
rush. They are going
Looking
for
at the areas
champions
as
rush.
well.
They
For
are
AGAL,
having a
I would say
great
this is one of their best
eliminations
ones.
points right
10
here.
eliminations,
10
not too
points they
far
have
there.
got from
As the Falcons and
eliminations
SAUL
only.
each are getting completely destroyed in their own compounds and areas.
AGL, two different teams in front of them. Twisted Minds as well as Loud. But Buriram, they have only one.
Buriram
That's going to be
against
RRQ. Get High is out. Problem striking. Dutch confirms lands as well. And Vasana trying to bring Buriram back. He will be put to his knees. Dutch will be recovered.
Joanna has made a rush towards Vasana, reviving him.
A teammate, Jonah,
Vasana
who gets
has been
closer.
revived right
Moshi
away.
from afar tried his shots, but none of them worked or connected to RRQ. But this breather was enough. Buriram is back in
Okay,
action. and
Buriram is playing dominantly. This
also
clash
getting
is
help
played
from
dominantly
Evos.
by Buriram.
And now Evos
That's
helping
only
them out.
remaining.
are
RRQ is about to get eliminated. RRQ has been eliminated by Buriram with 8 eliminations for top Buriram here. Yet High Axel
Look,
is
they had a really great start there. This
Buriram
is
has
a
revived his
situation they
score
really,
right
really
here
needed.
and eliminated
Quiet
Team
in the last two
RRQ.
games, needing to play catch up despite
Lions
the great
moving with
start.
21
as
eliminations,
Bunny getting
leading
knocked down by
the
Lions.
eliminations.
Making
Right
sure
here,
that they
Soul
got their
Esports have
eyes
been
and crossed their
eliminated.
T's. And
Now
Eva's
Lions
going
are
for more.
targeting
Evos
Evos.
is pressure. Since Lion does have a high ground
AGL
advantage.
moving towards
Now
Loud.
making a rush towards
Loud
Already a
sneakers will
casualty
have
over there.
chance
Can they confirm the
against
elimination? No, Loud managed to
AGL.
recover, but the push is still
Okay,
there.
great
And
clash.
helping
Loud
out
have been
Twisted Minds and
eliminated.
instead
Loud have been
wanted to get
eliminated
out.
by
And all they
AGL
get out
right
is
now.
out of the game into the
14
lobby.
points of AGL right
Loud
now. We can
Snickers.
see moving
They were
towards
almost consistent, but with only 4 points in this
AGL
game,
is
nothing
trying to
much,
move
but
towards
more
champion
points
rush.
coming in for Buriram
They may
United
active champion rush by the
As
next
Twisted
match if
Minds
they
did help
get
out over there to
noticed.
AGL.
Maybe they
Now
will
they have
get
their own
champions
concerns.
rush right
Yeah, they're on
away.
top side here. They are safe for the time
Only
being.
1 point
When
left
they
for
don't leave it,
champions
they
rush.
knock him
If
down.
they die right
As for
now.
Evos, wants to wrestle away this space away from
Lions
Lion.
versus
But they're just getting
Evos.
knocked out. Their
White
space
Lions versus
just
Lions.
running out.
Again,
Della
we
waiting
see
in the
great
wings. His
dominance
teammates
of
shepherding the
Evos
team
right here,
of Evos.
or Evos will get
A
eliminated.
beautiful nade takes out Abax.
Rice and
Russia
Apex
gets
have been
knocked down as
eliminated.
well.
Rice
And a
and
quad
Rice
for
okay.
Lion. Joker going huge.
Lions
Particular
have dominated this clash and eliminated Evos right away. 26 eliminations of Lion. Great dominance over the eliminations. Twisted Minds has holding the rooftop of the house, and Buriram is having stronghold down. Kerero is moving towards the house, and Buriram
but he only read that there was players on the roof, not inside the compound. And Keroro, if he jumps in, it's going to be
EGL
trouble,
is
but trouble
under
already
pressure
for
right
AGL
there.
right behind the bus.
EGL is
Repel
great under
backstreet all
pressure.
being used, and Lion
Lions
peppering
showing
them
their
with bullets,
dominance.
and Twisted
Joker
Minds
have
are
been
dropping nails
eliminated.
after
Nameless
nails to
Deuce.
trouble AGL.
Yeah, AGL
27
terrible position to be in,
elimination
not a lot of
point
space
for
either, and they're
Lions
completely
right
crushed
there.
from multiple angles, above or below. They are gonna get chunked down here, and Lion a lot of space to work with, but this circle
points
shift
away
is
from
about to get interesting.
Champions Rush.
Yes,
Lions
Europe
is
United and
4
Twisted Minds has
points
a
away
lower
from
space.
Champions Rush.
Wakos getting knocked down here, should be able to get picked up.
Now
and
AGL is giving them
looking to
a
rally back.
great answer.
Lion quickly
Damage
recovered. Thankfully, they
fine.
did not lose their sniper. AGL,
Nameless
however,
have been
Nameless
down
gets
right
it.
there.
But
Twisted
there is
Mind.
a chance. Glue
EGL is
and
great
recovery.
under
This
pressure
is just
now.
the back
Can
and forth now.
EGL have
Exposy
to
finds
recover?
on Joker. Will be a quick recovery, but Exposy
Jack
can he
Pose
find
has got a
another?
great damage by
Nice
Exposy
monster
right
being
there.
brought down. Blocking vision for the time being. Joker trying to
This
find an
elimination
angle.
for Twisted Minds
It's not
right there.
possible for the time being. But Lion,
EGL.
if they pull
EGL is
this
still under
off,
pressure because
27
3
eliminations
teams are
already. We were
targeting
talking
them.
about records. They might be getting closer. Aurora was the last time who
Lions
managed to get
moving ahead with
closer to it,
27
but they did
elimination.
not close it out.
Maybe they should
And all
take
Lion
a
are doing is
reposition
a
themselves,
knock
get a
after
good
knock
angles
after
right here.
knock. We have to
EGL
see
is under
when
great
two
pressure.
teams
Soon is
manage
damaging
to
them.
not able to
And
rise up.
teams are not
No revives,
allowing
and
them
finally
to
it seems like
take a
AGL
good
have had enough.
reposition.
They
Got
went
great
rush.
damage. Mushi has good.
They are forced to
great
retake
damage
this
of
fight
Burga.
as well.
Team
AGL,
wipe
a bad
out.
situation turned into a good
Falcons
one.
have been wiped
Desperation
out.
turned into
Team
a win.
Falcons have
They
been
have the
wiped out
space
right
right now,
here.
looking to overwhelm the players of
EGL
Europe
taking
United.
reposition. Lions have
And
took
this
their
is
reposition
huge.
earlier.
Really stop Europe
Lion took
United in
early
their tracks.
reposition right here.
Continue their silent run throughout the last few maps. From United, their backs out in the open. Lion take full advantage of this. Wasana knocked
Lions
down. Well, get high,
have got
barely
28
alive.
eliminations right there. EGL Cypher only remaining.
As AGL members also
EGL
are in
is
trouble.
about to
is
get
not stopping.
eliminated.
Cypher managed to jump, but he'll
EGL
still
has
be
been
picked off.
eliminated
That
by
could be the
Twisted Minds
Minds
right
and
here.
AGL are out. Comes down to
Twisted
the
Minds
last two
against
teams.
Lions.
Lion
Can
and
Lions
Twisted
still
Minds.
dominate as they have
Twisted Minds are
dominated
getting
over
closer towards the match point, but Lion
game?
have a race to reach.
Eliminations, they have
Opening yet
dominated
to
very
be
well.
found.
Can they still
Games King was
dominate right
knocked,
here?
but that's not going to be enough. Twisted Minds now rotating, trying to climb up the hill, but Joker at the angle.
29
He puts Joker
eliminations
down,
of
needs a
Lions.
confirmation,
A
and that's when
great
the numbers will change.
And this is really interesting because both these teams, you haven't seen a very healthy fight in a while here. Joker decides to move away here. Both players, both teams looking to prioritize positioning. They know exactly what the Twisted Minds players are. And Lion wants to try and take away that space. But it's a high climb, playing this angle where Twisted Minds have all the advantage. Dive into the high ground, and even those snipers, it's going to be really hard to really challenge this space.
Riptide Rhythm being used, but he'll not be troubled. On the other end, Diamond will be, because Joker came up close.
Diamond
Putting the
down
player
by
on the roof down, and now look at this. Lion closing in, because they know the
Della
zone
is going
closing
towards
on
rush.
Twisted
James King
Minds.
will-
Della as well
They
close by.
have gone
They need
towards
a
head-on
confirmation. Twisted
rush
Minds have
now.
lost the player.
Great
James
rush.
King finds the bounce.
Jump has been eliminated. Great headshot by Della. And Lions have got their booyah. With more than 30 eliminations, they have got this booyah.
Everything on Nextera
was set to be
Nextera has given us a great change in this timeline. We can see Lions show their dominance with over 30 plus kills in this match. Now Lions may have unlocked the Champions Rush right here.
And this team decides to overwhelm. Don't count them out. And suddenly, everything up in the air. Match point is still. We're still wondering when exactly that's going to happen.
They crushed keys yesterday, and today opportunities of match point being crushed. 45 total points. Lion break all the records that anybody thought could have been left as it is
Lions
by
have made
Falcons, which was done.
45 total
Aurora got
points of
closer,
this
but they
match.
couldn't.
They have
And
unlocked
Lion,
the
they do it.
Champions Rush now.
The beasts of Nextera making a
great job
comeback
right here.
in the grand finals. Looking forward to match point.
Made a great comeback
What a play,
as
what
they
a
had made
position.
great comeback.
Look at this, Joker,
on
unbelievable
survival
stuff.
stage
He did
2.
find this opening, but this was the crucial one. Putting Diamond out. How did they make it happen? That is crucial with Della going up close. Let's hear them out.
Crazy work coming from Nazal. You could tell how much they wanted it. They were super hyped. Like as you mentioned, match point denial coming from this team. And if you were to see their record throughout this entirety of the week, they didn't really get activated up until later. We've seen moments of it, and our records are broken. And most importantly, what the heck was that ending?
45 points for Lion. They have done a great thing here.
But AGAL, they got 22 points, and now I'm afraid it was 70 points.
We can see EGL with 22 points, 15 eliminations. Twisted Mind on third position with 18 points and 9 eliminations. Buriram Esports with 17 points and 9 eliminations. Seoul Esports with 16 points and 13 eliminations. Seoul Esports have tried to make their comeback right here. Team RRQ with 10 points and 8 eliminations. MIBR lost on 7th position with 8 total points and 7 eliminations. Loud Sneakers with 8 points and 4 eliminations. Team Falcons with 8 points and 2 eliminations. EVOS with 7 points and 2 eliminations. Fluxo W7M with 2 points and 2 eliminations. Team Apex Gaming had played very bad right here. Only 1 point of 1 elimination.
Before we started this game, and now that match 5.
Suddenly, it just felt like a huge collapse. Suddenly, all their defenses fell apart. And that's what I like seeing for Lion. You are being very opportunistic to turn the tides.
Sure.
Regardless, we're going to take a breather. And when we come back, let's see what exactly will be going on here in the grand finals.
We were there. For every click, every clutch, every respawn. We were there for the years of grind. And we're here. Now, the proud founding partner of EWC, powering the biggest event in gaming, shoulder to shoulder with the world's best, making history. Greatness deserves a stage. Lenovo Legion, reach your impossible.
कमाल है साहब, आपका परिवार आपके भरोसे बैठा है और आप किस्मत के भरोसे बैठे। थोड़ा सोचिए, कल अगर आप दुर्भाग्यवश नहीं रहे, तो उनका साथ किस्मत नहीं पॉलिसी बाजार से लिया हुआ टर्म इंश्योरेंस देगा। परिवार के लिए इतना तो कर ही सकते हैं ना आप। परिवार सबसे पहले। पॉलिसी बाजार पे 1 करोड़ का टर्म इंश्योरेंस सिर्फ 410 रुपए हर महीने से शुरू होता है।
They have crushed the curse.
Everyone, the match point has started. We have 2 teams activated the champion rush. Lion and AGAL with very impressive points, 89 and 82.
That is amazing indeed. I mean, just take a look at that last game. Lion, they totally won our heart over. They had it really hard against Twisted. Twisted had the better position, but they were quick. That they were super fast. A booyah, first booyah for Lion today, and they got 33 elimination points in just one game. They were struggling at the beginning, but 33 elimination points is huge, Yunsol.
The youth energy is getting fired up right here, and I want to talk about Joker. He is such a nice sniper. Wait, getting himself 11 eliminations point is amazing. Very incredible, right? Super love that guy, actually.
And of course, if we're talking about the match point, they are now 6 points ahead of AGAL, and that is something that we should look forward into going on the next game.
92 as well, and I think both of them can activate it. Both of them had activated the champion rush already and just need one more booyah to become the champion of EWC 26 Free Fire right here. But behind that, we still have Twisted Minds, 87 points, and Loud, 71.
Yeah,
Pretty
and that
close.
is amazing. And you just saw what happened in the green room. You just saw our reaction because that game, that match was just intense. But now we are surely having high hopes for Lion and hoping the other could catch up to them, because this is what they show exactly at the survival stage. I mean, technically, Lion was also one of the very first team who got the booyah during the group stage, right? So we all know that they do have what it takes to be the champion.
Well, this is the first time a LATAM region can rise above and become the champions. What do you think?
I think this is going to be huge, and I'm pretty sure that we are in for some more surprises. But now I think it's time for us to go back to the casters. I'm sure they have a lot to say about the upcoming matches. So Yunsul, are you sure that your team can still make it? What's your team again? Oh, no, they did not make it. I'm so sorry.
Why are you being like
I still have 2 teams. I still have RRQ and EVOS, and I do hope they are going to put everything they have on the land right now and activate those match points.
Oh man, this is getting real hot right now. Two teams already on match point, and two teams are about to bring home trophies for the first time to their own regions.
Cutthroat is the competition. Like our talents down there as well, Conchita and Yunsu. They were at each other, but this tells us of how this competition is turning out. Records broken in a grand final stage. And that is not from your Southeast Asian teams, not from the Brazil team, from a team who've made it and got their match point activated because of their Booyah with 45 total points. That is Lion. And now they're moving into the next game. A total of 98 is what Lion have secured with 65 eliminations. AGL, for a second I was worried AGL did not get it, because looking at how they were taking the points, obviously I think AGL, this was a close call, and they'll be happy that they got to match point. Even if Lion managed to secure the Booyah in the next game, AGL will manage to try and defend it. So chances for AGL also there for becoming a champion.
That's right, and this is where things get really hard. Getting the match point is not the hard part. Getting that Booyah, however, is. It's as though you're putting a big, I would say, target on your back. And it's as though you have to have that mental to make it all the way to the end. Playing slow, is that an option? Maybe. But will other teams allow you to do that?
Not sure, as the flight path, as we see a little southern favor just above Santa Catarina and ending at Mammoth. But still teams manage to traverse. But one team traversing into a battle directly is going to be EVOS and MIB a loss. Buriram and Tag once again happening. It seems like whenever it's Kalahari, it's time to start off with battles from the very beginning. And Team Apex Gaming right now at Buriram. Last time they did eliminate Buriram, but this time it seems like Sahil Jat and Vatsana as well. 1-1 elimination each, and Wolvin also goes out.
Getting eliminated so early, EVOS. What on earth happened over on that side? Meanwhile, over here, TAG, Tag, still surviving, still as a 2. Buriram United doing a great job of just maintaining this space, making sure that they're able to just bring their team back into the game. Yeah, they lost Osana, but how quick they were to go for that, I would say, that reset. A replay to just see what's going on right now. Look how quick Buriram United just completely overwhelmed, left no space and moment for TAG to completely pick up the pace.
Okay, we are.
And while that replay happened, MIB a loss. They were the ones who put
Esports
EVOS
World
out
Cup
here
Grand
at
Finals
Shrines.
of Free Fire.
TAG and Buriram was again drop clash previously.
We can
TAG
see
had to go to Santa
last
Catarina.
time we are leading the elimination leaderboard with
This time it did not
4
work out.
eliminations in the start of the
Buriram, when we
match.
talk about that,
TAG with 1
seems like
elimination.
they have a challenge.
Lion
Very soon.
and AGL have
Lion,
unlocked the
just
champions rush. We can see
the EWC
now
record
if one of
are
them
now going towards Stone
makes
Ridge.
a Booyah,
AGL on the other end,
gets
they
a
better be
Booyah
ready
right
about it.
away
If they
here,
don't read into this,
then
if they're not ready into
they will win
fights,
the
and if
title
they end up losing
of
players,
EWC.
yes, not a team elimination, I hope. Players still is okay, but they have to be worried as Buriram get hit by Lion and the battle strikes off. Get High is down. Games King confirms it. Trying to close the distance, Jonah. Can he hold it off? Yes, he does, but Games King is there as a backup.
Lions are
What do you do against these beasts of Free Fire?
Buriram United, in this situation, possibly not only a bit more than they can chew, they were also
Buriram United
completely tunnel
Esports
vision,
with only 3 eliminations. Vasana moving
positioning,
for
the layering
revival of the
Lion
teammates.
players have placed themselves. Now we move over to the Falcons. Just side by side,
Falcons
the
are
players
taking
of
a reposition
TAG.
toward
And
Loud.
this is
Loud
interesting because
Trap
usually
is in
for the
risk
Falcons, it's
now.
all about going aggressive
With
here. They go
Great
do
David
that
Loud
against
Trap has been knocked down here. Tina is eliminated.
Very comfortable on the other end, able to move away.
I think it was just Loud trying to
Buriram
scope out
Vasana
for
has revived
information,
Buriram
and Trap
Moshi
just
right
got
there.
spotted out. without knowing that players were behind him. But one more team right behind Falcons.
Okay, Falcons and TAG may get into clash right here. We can see Shoto have been knocked down. Oh, KD has been knocked down. Not a great moment for TAG. TAG needs to escape right. Sahil Jat have been knocked down. Falcon on fire was about to knock down, but Wolverine got knocked down right there. Falcons have showed a great dominance on this clash. Lion Dalla have got itself a bounty on him.
But definitely, I have to say, Lucifer, this map is definitely a lot more slower than the first few maps today.
Playing defensively, trying to make itself to booyah.
To happen. Two teams have match point. If you mess up, one of those two teams will become champions. Crush your keys, put it in their trophy, and for the entire year will be reigning kings of Free Fire. And you do not want that. That is the reason the teams who are the closest, Twisted Minds as well as Loud, they want a recovery. But Tag, they are
Lost MIBR has got 9 eliminations on the start of match. Lost MIBR is trying to make their comeback towards the Esports World Cup 2026, hosted by the Daydreamers. Stay tuned for another action. Twisted Minds and Fluxo are about to get an elimination. Get a clash right there. Diamond have been knocked down right there. Okay, on the Arsenal, Fluxo and Jump have been down right there. Twisted Minds are not seemingly get a quite held of this clash right here. Twisted Minds with only one player remaining. Exposy only remaining, trying to revive its teammates. Exposy is moving. Exposy is taking rotation, trying to revive its team.
Thankfully, they got away. They are 3 points away from match point. If they don't get there in this game, they have to only hope that AGL and Lion, they don't win out. And thankfully,
Lion, Falcon, Carrero has been eliminated. Joker was down, has been revived by GameSkin.
His confirmation comes through. And now Lion are quick to check and pounce upon if there are more Falcon players here.
Now for
AGL is going against Lost MIBR, but MIBR is playing confidently in this match. General has been eliminated down and they have been confirmed their elimination. AGL have confirmed MIBR's General. Yago and Barrows are having fight on the upper side of Shrines right there. Barrows have moved away. Sci-Fi is moving towards Yago. Rigby has moved away but have been eliminated down right in the middle of its flight.
AGL do not even want that. They just want a booyah.
Lion
but Lion
with 6 elimination.
Taking them down.
Joker have been eliminated.
They just did lose out a player. And that's due to the launch pad they took, but that's still okay. However, they have a hit list on them.
6 eliminations for Lion. AGL with 2. Both have activated their champions rush right there. 6 eliminations for Lion. Lion have revived their player. Whole team AGL has also revived their teammate. Buriram is moving towards Lion. Maybe Buriram and Lions get into clash. We can see great amount of action right in the match right then. Lost MIBR is still trying to survive their way. Falcons have made their way to circle right there.
In this situation here, we just talked about Lion. Squawka's already getting knocked out. Now for Twisted Minds, an idea on exactly how it's going to go. Look at this map here, this area toward the sub. No one really around, so Fluxo, they can become the gatekeepers. They want to know. Twisted Minds knows exactly where MT7 is. Takes a lot of damage already. Will tie by a bit more time. But the long-range weapons that MT7 has is lethal in his hands. Exposy is getting shot back in return. And both these teams temporarily on a stalemate. Exposy, the glue wall falls, takes quite a bit of damage, forced to reposition, but able to put another one down. The electrotherapy will give a bit of space. Not for long. Teammate knocked down. The bat is here as well. MT7 going to be completely overwhelmed here. Tries his best to at least steal away.
MT7 has been down right there.
But still, Geo decides to join in on this fight.
There's more from Fluxo.
Exposé is eyeing
There
towards
are chances that Fluxo can take
He is
it, but it
running
seems like
away.
there's been a call made to retreat. Do not continue this fight because
Diamond
if they
has
keep
been
giving eliminations
eliminated
to
right
Twisted
there.
Minds, that is them going to be
4
activating
eliminations
match
for
point.
Fluxos.
And Twisted Minds, their chase doesn't work in their favor.
Exposé have
They
been
almost were
revived.
about to lose 2 players. They did
Fluxo
lose
is
one,
moving away. 4
but
eliminations for
instantly knowing that
Fluxo.
Fluxo is close by, they decide not to continue that fight with this disadvantage.
Fluxo moving ahead with 4 eliminations, still eyeing on the Twisted Minds right there.
For you and the rest of Fluxo, they can be the ones to keep Twisted Minds out of the zone. But
Lions
if it
are
takes
moving
too
towards
long, the
Twisted
Lions
Minds
are
right
going
there.
to go on a
Lions,
hunt, and
which
Lion
they
is
have
now
activated
here.
Champions
Their
Rush.
strategy of going
If Lion or
completely
AGL get
aggressive,
Booyah
taking
right in
both
this
left, right,
match,
center, has
then
been
the
going
grand finals may
very
end
well for
early.
them.
Twisted Minds, only 1 elimination, meaning they will jump to 88.
Twisted Minds are
They
moving
need more
ahead,
players to be at least
taking
eliminated 10 in the lobby.
rotations.
If a team gets eliminated, they bring it down
Fluxo
to around 8,
is
they'll start getting placement
staying
points and
right
they might
there.
make those 3 points. But this is how pressure works, especially in the finals. You know, with match point under threat, if you don't activate it, somebody else activates it, and then the Booyah to follow is the game being closed for Free Fire. And that is why Twisted Minds are also along the same line of how we are seeing AJL trying to play safe and secure some of those eliminations, those points.
Lions are moving towards zone, moving towards circle, taking reposition, taking a rotation.
To prioritize positioning, and it's good. They got a compound, and most
Soul Esports
importantly,
have
a
made
bit
their
more
position
advantage,
right there.
to the players of Twisted Minds and even Fluxo.
EVOs have been eliminated and Apex Gaming have been eliminated. This is not very good for Apex Gaming. They are not able to make any pace or momentum for the match. Right, we can see. And now if any of the team that have activated Champions Rush gets Booyah, will end the series right here.
Good use of the electrotherapy is all I can say.
RRQ has hold the spot of Falcons. We have usually seen in this series that Falcons in Kalahari have always got that spot of tower of command post. But now we can see RRQ has took that spot of Falcons right here. AGAL is playing defensively, trying to defend their position, trying to maintain positions right there. AGAL has got a position on the refinery satellite right here. Dew has got its position on refinery satellite. They are trying to, they are waiting for opportunity that when they have opportunity of 2 teams fighting and they can get advantage. Loss MIB are going against Falcons. Falcons with 8 elimination. Loss MIB are with 10 elimination. Journal has been knocked down. Yago is sniping from a flank right there. Oh, great headshot by Pina. Rigby has got a great headshot by Pina right there. Yago has moved away, gone for reviving its team right there. Not a pretty great clash for Loss MIBR, but Falcons had got a great advantage in that clash. 10 eliminations for Falcons right there. Twisted Minds is about to unlock the Champions Rush, but will EGL and Lion allow anyone else to Booyah, or will they end the series right away on the start of the Champions Rush?
AGL finally making a
AGL has made reposition right there. They have gone in direction of sub and taking rotation towards command post. Taking a great rotation. Lions have already took their positions right here. Joker is about to get spotted right there. Lion against AGL. Okay, we are about to see 2 Champions Rush team. Sci-Fi has been knocked down. Dew have been knocked down. Nameless is about to get knocked down. Nameless has got a great damage right there. AGL have done a bad rotation right here. Not a good clash for AGL. Lions have got their advantage here. AGL have been eliminated. Now it's about to see, will Lion get this Booyah? AGL have lost their chance towards Booyah on the Champions Rush. Now, but will AGL have been eliminated? Will Lion have the chance Will Lion have the booyah?
Now it's only Lion in Kalahari.
10 eliminations for Lions right away.
That's going to be Fluxo. But they don't have
Fluxo and Buriram about to get into great clash right here.
These teams are fighting amongst themselves while Lion are cleaning shop and paving path.
It's gonna be dangerous right now. Fluxo, crowd loud for them. A lot of energy, a lot of cheers. And Buriram United looking.
Fluxo, Batsi never took a great rotation. Moving towards circle, but still giving eyes on Buriram. Soul have been spotted by Lion. Great blue walls have numerous amount of blue walls have been broken right here. Great amount of blue walls have been broken by Dalla. M24NX is constantly firing by Dalla. Joker have been down, revived right away. Soul is trying to make pressure towards Lion. Will Lion survive this pressure? Jack has been down right there. Noor. Bunny is trying to take a short range slash but didn't get a call from IGL.
Nade being cooked, toss, but will not hit the mark. SATUL are right behind the containers, but not in position for Lion to instantly fight.
Yeah, and now Lion looking to...
Lions are under pressure now, as they have initiated this clash and not able to do anything. Right now we can see Lions are under pressure. They need to make a reposition too. Buriram United Esports have been eliminated out of the game. Falcons remaining. RRQ with only 1 elimination. Team Wipeout, 4 eliminations. Team Falcons have eliminated. Loss MIBR is going against RRQ. MIBR can get eliminated right here. Not a great move by MIBR. Quadra kill for Abe.
And RRQ get their 5th.
Lion is making reposition. Della has took the monster truck, moved ahead towards the center of the circle. MIBR loss have been eliminated. Joker has took the reposition to Jacko's. RRQ has been eliminated to 12 eliminations for Lion. Soul took a reposition and that was a wrong move and has been eliminated by Lions right there. It is a great intense moment, great moment. We can see Lion may get this booyah and the series right away with the first match of their Champions Rush. Loud and Twisted Mind remaining 4v4 against each other and Lions 3v4 against them. Diamond has been down. Loud has pushed the rush towards. Loud have pushed the rush. Twisted Mind have been eliminated. Lions against Loud. Jackos wasn't able to hit any sniper right there. He wasn't able to hit any. Loud are waiting for their call. Louds are waiting for their opportunity to attack right here. Trap has gone for a flank right there. Joker have been spotted by Trap. Trap is targeting Joker, but blue walls have been broken by Della. Della is constantly breaking blue wall. Okay, Joker, Jackos have been down and revived instantly. Nix have came here. Nix made a jump, made rush right here. Della is under great pressure right here. Joker is moving away for a flank. Joker is going for a flank right there. But Della has been down and Loud had made another booyah. Loud has got another booyah. Didn't let them get booyah. It was a pretty critical moment for EWC. Lions have got, if Lions have got their booyah, then they may got the trophy right away. But stay tuned for this great intense and action filled stream of EWC 2026 at the Daydreamers Myself Snayapur. I'll be back with a break.
Just by a sliver, missed this chance, but look at Loud, their execution. Clap, he started it all. with the M79, using the launchers, denying everybody from getting closer. Twisted Minds getting shattered within the compound. And then Nyx and BZP together for the final hit and make sure that the game trophy is still standing there and no keys are yet crushed.
I have to say, losing that one player advantage was just too much to deal with.
Look at Loud. That's a Loud reaction. The way they managed to hold this off. Trap. Yes, you have done magic. You have done the almighty as of now. That's what you pulled off over there. Otherwise, Lion, they were about to be the beasts of EWC 26 Paris Free Fire. Unbelievable, a back-to-back booyah to just close it off, close the stage. But Loud say that no, not yet. We are here. Southeast Asia has taken it away from us many times, but this time no, Brazil wants it, keeping the lifeline open. And Loud will strike this hammer for the game number 7, our match 7, which is gonna happen next. But what a game this was.
They're so
Comes
proficient
the
in getting those
overall
eliminations
ranking.
as well.
Lions
Didn't
leading the
change
leaderboard
their
with
momentum
124
or style of play. Didn't even
124
slow
points
down.
and 82
AGL a bit more quiet
eliminations.
this time,
1
prioritizing
booyah, Loud
survivability.
Sneaker with
However, that target
99
on their
points,
backs meant that they were
52
getting hunted
eliminations,
left, right, and
2
center.
booyahs,
And I
AGL
would
with
say that
97
if
points,
this team
63
decides to
eliminations,
play
1
like
booyah.
Lion, play their own game, they would have had a way deeper run.
Lion. 4 teams have unlocked now Champion Rush. Lion, Loud Sneakers, AGAL, Twisted Minds. Twisted Minds with 97.56 eliminations, 1 booyah. AGL with 97 points, same as Twisted Minds, but 63 eliminations and 1 booyah. Loud Sneaker with 99 points, 52 eliminations and 2 booyahs. Team Falcons with 77 points, 43 eliminations and 1 booyah. At 5th position Flux, and 6th position we have Flux with W7M, 73 points, 45 eliminations and 0 booyah. Buriram United Esports is trying to make their comeback, 71 points, 48 eliminations, 0 booyah. Team RRQ hasn't able to catch up the pace of other teams, 56 points, 37 eliminations, 0 booyah. MIBR loss, 52 points, 33 eliminations, 0 booyah. Evos are not playing very well on the finals. We can see 48 points, 27 eliminations, and both of the Indian teams at the bottom of leaderboard. Seoul Esports with 47 points, 28 eliminations. Team Apex Gaming with 30 points and 15 eliminations, only 0 booyahs for them. They are not able to make the momentum, make the pace that they had made yesterday. They are not able to compete very great in this fight of finals. Now, as 4 teams have got Champions Rush, unlocked the Champions Rush. Will they, of 4, able to take booyah in the next match and took away the trophy from rest of the competitors? Now the next match is a deciding factor. Next match is deciding factor for the EWC 2026 Free Fire Grand Finals, co-streamed at the Daydreamers myself. We are excited about the next match. What will going to happen in the
La verdad que en el momento
match?
simplemente era un 3 versus 4, pensamos que había otro equipo que eran de diferente, entonces hubo como ahí como que chocamos en la comunicación, pero nada, de hecho en el momento no simplemente era como de tratar de ganar, entonces no había como algo tan específico, simplemente estamos jugando para ganar y ya está.
We were 3 against 4, and we thought it was a different team, so we had a little bit of miscommunications in our comms, and we just didn't play it right, but what happened happened.
Perfect. All right, so for us to finish our interview, I just would like to make one last question. What do you have to say for those who doubt about the Latin teams who said that the Latin teams was way below here in Free Fire.
¿Qué le quiere decir a las personas que decían que los equipos de LATAM estaban muy por debajo en el nivel acá en Free Fire?
Nada, yo creo que en general por los resultados es muy fácil hablar, ya que al fin y al cabo no están compitiendo en ese sentido. O sea, desde afuera creo que es muy fácil opinar y decir todo ese tipo de cosas, pero nada, estando dentro, yo creo que pasaban muchas cosas capaz como en los equipos, capaz internamente, no sé, la verdad no sabría qué opinar ante eso, pero lo que sí sé es que en la TAM nunca hubo diferencia de nivel o estuvo bajo de nivel. De hecho, yo creo que en Latinoamérica todos sabemos que el nivel alto que teníamos y que podríamos llegar a ser campeones, pero simplemente las cosas no se daban. Y ahora tampoco se podría decir que se podría llegar a dar, porque hasta el momento yo creo que es mejor terminar el campeonato y después salir a hablar.
I think it's really easy to talk when nothing has happened yet, only based on some results. We in Latin America, we always thought that we always had this level to be champions, to become the best in the world. We never thought about any level discrepancy between the regions, and it is really easy to talk from the outside, but once you're inside, that's where it counts. So we are just focused on winning.
Amazing. I love your answer. Guys, you have heard enough from Joker. This is Latin America here at the EWC, making history. And we're going to continue right now. So back to the studio.
I cut through the fakery and focused sharply on the hard facts.
The last word on news that makes sense. Watch now on our YouTube channel and your smart TV.
Make some noise!
Let's go!
Wow, I can see you guys are very proud to be here. We know Indonesia already got a title, but not for RRQ yet. So what that would mean RRQ win today?
It's gonna be our proudest thing maybe in this year, because we're rooting for RRQ to win again in the FPS game. Yeah.
Amazing. So we all know that you guys have the Free Fire World Series in Southeast Asia, and you competed among most of the teams here. So which is the toughest team for RRQ to face today?
The toughest team is still EVOS, of course. Yeah, EVOS and Buriram.
Okay, I like the way. Okay, so all of you came from all the way from Indonesia. Have you prepared any special song?
Chance, you prepared? Yeah, we prepared.
Hey, we wanna hear the special song. Come on.
Viva RRQ!
Viva RRQ! Viva RRQ! Viva RRQ! I love that. And first to finish our interview, I learned something in your language. It's something like FF Indo Bersatu?
Indo Bersatu, yeah. FF Indo Bersatu.
FF Indo Bersatu. Thank you. Back to the studio.
It's not only Southeast Asia, it's not any of the other regions, because right now LATAM is on top and they are breaking records, Lace.
Where do I even start?
That song, I feel you, girl.
If we come out of like match 3, right? So let me take you back on a story. Let me take you on a journey of the victory of the Lions on top of that Pride Rock. I mean, at the start, imagine they had 13 eliminations out the gate. Okay, this is what I'm saying. 13 eliminations, moving up to 80, then 20, and then of course we keep harping on about it, but breaking a record. And if you guys don't understand what that means Falcons in 2024, it was 28 eliminations and a booyah. So for, Lions to get 33 eliminations and a booyah, that's just not beating it. That is absolutely triumphing over that. So of course it's a very impressive thing from them. But then you would think in the next match they might slow things down. They're on match point. No. Okay? You do not want to be in the Lions side at the moment. You do not want this big kitty cat staring you in the face, because it is going to be the end of you guys. I mean, there was a part where, obviously Joe Critty's interview, he was so incredibly locked in. And within this final match, obviously, he wasn't able to be there with his team in that final circle. So you can see the kind of a little devastation that he probably felt like he was letting his team down just so slightly. And even though that they made it through here, they just needed to play a little bit more patiently when it was Loud versus Twisted Minds. Obviously Twisted Minds got eliminated. Loud had the still 4 of their members up, but if they could have just pushed at this very moment, they would be lifting the trophy.
Yeah, I mean,
sorry guys, I'm sweating. That's just goddamn.
Yeah, I mean, it was real difficult, especially with one player missing for side of Lion. It was just really difficult to go and push and charge comparing to the earlier parts when they're full squad. But for Loud, Trap Bro, that M79 grenade launcher, they're boxed in. Twisted Minds boxed in, and they got him hard with that knockdown. 3 knockdowns instantaneously, and it doesn't stop there. Even against a Lion, he still used that same grenade launcher. So yeah, for me, it's not just the team that won. M79 won.
Yeah, I mean, getting 2 booyahs in a final is a huge thing. And 16 elimination
Again,
points.
we have the overall ranking. We can see Lion, Loud Sneakers, AGL and Twisted Minds have unlocked the Champions Rush. Any of these teams having booyah in the next match will end the series right away.
Because there were
Can
some
they
mixed
have
conceptions there with that squad as well.
or will another teams, will every other teams will not give them chance to
last
do
game.
the
That was the
booyah
right
and
move
will
to
give
do.
them a great
They
competition
overtook
right here.
Falcons' world record, and then they did that. That was just very smart. But AGAL, we talked about this before. They were very consistent. Keep getting those points. 11 elimination, and then game 6, they only have 1 placement points and 4 elimination. What happened? Lion roared. They were targeted and they just weren't ready for that.
Yeah, I think it could be one of those things that happens when we see teams hit that match point. The style starts changing.
And that's one thing now, especially for those who are familiar in Southeast Asia. Like, the moment you hit that match point, all you have to do is grab that booyah.
Yeah.
And
that's it, is it?
Yeah, I mean, that...
So simple. No, so simple.
But we've seen a difference in style. We've seen Lion there, despite of being the same situation as AGAL, both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Like, Lion was just aggressive. AGAL was just passive. And the moment that AGAL wants to be aggressive, they met against Lion and they got taken out.
Yeah, they just weren't playing their exact same game. You can see Lion is playing exactly how they got to that moment. And AGAL, we saw that they prioritized getting position and zone first. And that's probably not, similar to their game style. So that's where they got caught out. So play the same game, guys.
Yeah, but I mean, talking about Lion, one thing that we really need to appreciate is the fact that even though they lost Games King a couple of times, they can still manage to get out of a sticky situation. That means individually, they are so ready for this final, and I'm so ready for them to just break another record. For real.
I think even with the engagement that we saw against AGAL, it looked like AGAL was going to catch him by surprise, and Lion said, no. We knew that you were going to be coming behind us, and we were ready to take that fight. And as you were mentioning too, Neptune, the aggressiveness out of this squad is what we wanted to see. Now, when we ended up looking at the overall earlier, there is 4 squads that are currently within that match point that could end up winning everything if they get a booyah in the next match. So let me just recap you on which one it is. It's Lion, obviously, with the performance that they've been having, absolutely nuts. You got Loud Snickers that they were able to just get a booyah as well. AGL and Twisted Minds are those 4 teams that could end up winning it in the next match.
And the interesting story is that on the last global finals, Games King had to miss his prom and had to miss his graduation, but they weren't doing so well. Okay, it was quite a sad story if you remember, Neptune. And now they are killing it. Games King is having the greatest time of his life. We can just saw it on his face, the calmness that he have. They are so relaxed and they are still getting all those points, breaking records all in day one.
That's something that I actually enjoyed to see out of the interview there with Lion as well. The confidence was high, but the composure was there as well. The mental wasn't one of those that's saying, we're about to be champions. They're like, no, the job is not done yet. We still know that there's a lot to come, but it looks like that squad knows what's at stake. They know that they've been breaking records, but they want to lift that trophy.
I mean, I just quickly want to add, yes, getting the win, getting the booyah, obviously being on match point is what the aim of the game is, correct? But keeping the consistency and getting those points, because they're second, third and fourth place, and that's, from my records, there's still some money there. So they don't want to slow down. And if we move back to like AGAL and them not sort of playing their aggressive game, I think that they need to just go back to that, be aggressive, because if Lion wins, then you make sure you want to be that second place team, and you still need points, and you still need eliminations, and you still need all of that to be in that second place.
They definitely need the points. They definitely need those eliminations, but most of all, they need that booyah. Which playing style are we going to be seeing this here? Because, I mean, not only is it this championship at stake, we do have club championship rankings as well. Obviously, from our end, you can see Team Vitality is up there, but sadly, they were not able to make it here. Team Falcons is here. We really haven't seen much of them in AGAL, Neptune. They could have a chance to get that trophy.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, this is a great chance as well for AGAL, for a Free Fire, and this might be a good chance for them to really feel being a champion in Battle Royale, because last global finals, they were champion but in a different mode. So, like, the motivation they have coming from a different competition, going here in EWC, and we're seeing that the consistency is there, the patience is there as well, but it's more of really getting it, making sure that every move is calculated and not risking that much.
I'm seeing that Falcons are here. I mean, we got a chance to see earlier on Fire actually showing up for the squad. One of those players that has won before. He's going to be looking to show up once again for Falcons. Falcons, honestly, throughout, we were kind of joking about earlier on when I was saying that leaderboard's looking like spinning the wheel. Absolutely nobody, Conchita, expected the record to be broken with 33 eliminations from Lion.
Yeah, that was shocking, definitely. I mean, you saw what happened at the Green Room. We had that reaction. And yeah, but speaking of Falcons, I mean, they were still quite consistent with the placement, because looking back on Gate 5, they made it to the top 5, right? So they still have a chance. They just need to take it up a notch. And maybe if the jacket is saying Falcon is here, you know, guys, you gotta back it up. You gotta back it up with the elimination points as well. So that don't just be there, but like be there with all the elimination points, all that we needed.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, because we've just added 2 of the teams already in match point, so it might be difficult for Team Falcons to really reach that, because they haven't reached it. They haven't taken that just yet. 13 points for them to be able to reach that 90-point match, that 90 match point, and what they need to do right now is to make sure that either they take down those in the top, or they wish the others take it down.
It's going to be a surprise to see what's going to be happening here in this match. It could end. We could end up with the champion. AJ, Husky, actually Husky, you were able to bless a team yesterday. Are you going to be blessing anybody in this next match?
Well, if I have a team to bless, I think I'm blessing AGL and Lion, because it's been a long time coming. 2 different converging storylines, and for me, I want Dew to finally lift a Battle Royale trophy.
For me, it'll just be fun to see the Lions pick up a trophy, because so far it's all about the animal kingdom here at the Esports World Cup. You had the Falcons, the birds in the sky, and then you had the white tigers from Indonesia, and now you might as well just throw the Lions in there as well, right? But like you said, I do also think that AGL deserves it. They are a team, and it's been a long time coming for them already. In the recent times, they've been dominating Clash Squad. They are your global finals Clash Squad champions, and they have not lifted a Battle Royale trophy for themselves just yet. What better way than to go back to back from Clash Squad at the global finals and then the Battle Royale at the Esports World Cup 26.
And it's been a story of 4 years, maybe more than that, especially for the star player, the Angel of Death, who is due. Back in 2022, when we were in Bangkok, Thailand for the global finals, they were one game away. They were one booyah away from lifting that trophy, it was ruined by Magic Squad from Brazil. It was ruined by Buriram United Esports, where Moshi hit a highlight reel, and Nigma Galaxy was the organization that Dew was with. He was placed in top 4. Now he has a chance again to make things right after 4 years.
Another
4 teams
match.
can close this off. You've got Leon from the one and only LATAM squad. They're the only representatives here for the region. You've got the Brazilians in here as well through Loud. And 2 teams from Thailand, AGL as well as Twisted Minds.
This is going to be pretty close because we saw even on the previous map on Kalahari, which I predicted to be the case, that can be the game maker. Unfortunately, AGL and Lion, despite playing their best, we saw them take slow rotations, making very good decisions based on the circle. It was Loud that prevailed with their members' advantage. We heard it earlier on from Joker that there was just a bit of miscommunication because they were at a man disadvantage, 3v4. And that is enough for Loud to now join the ranks of a team that can win it. Back for Brazil, and you know who's going to be proudest if Loud actually wins? The Corinthians.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Now Loud, they are the only ones here on the Grand Finals battlefield that have got 2 booyahs to their name, but can they go back to back? We just played Kalahari, now we're about to hop on into Solara. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is game number
Solara
7.
map
Does it
begins.
end here?
EWC
Four squads have the chance to
2026
do it. Many
Day
others have the
4
opportunity to play
Grand
squad.
Finals of Free Fire Esports World Cup. 4 teams have unlocked their Champions Rush. Will they able to get a booyah and win the title of Esports World Cup 2026? Co-streamed by the Daydreamers, myself, Singapore. Well, let's tune into the action on the EWC.
Very interesting drop here for Buriram. They were going towards the hub and then they used their binoculars to scan out the plays here. EVOS as well as Team Apex Gaming scanned out by Buriram, and now
EVOS are against TAG.
Go out hunting, sending Jonah up front first. Studio's about
EVOS are against TAG. Only one player of TAG is remaining.
Potentially,
it can be very risky for Apex Gaming right now.
Tag as well as EVOS. Things are about to get messy at the studio.
I wonder if BRU is going to try and go on the hunt.
I mean, they need to
show a bit of that desperation, right? Which much needed. I mean, Tag has already lost 2 of their members. I believe it's EVOS that claimed the first 3 points, which the Indonesian squad so far haven't been showing up. In fact, both the Indonesian squad were top 3 last year, and right now they're not even at the threshold of 90 points. But this SDC replay at least gives us a good insight of
EVOS Rise has got the first blood of the match, as you can see in the replay.
In the hands of the players there from the side of Tag, as you saw. And EVOS having an advantage with the weapons that they were able to initially collect, probably because they hit the ground first.
Twisted Minds, AGL, Loud and Lions.
Tag on the other hand,
These are the teams that have unlocked the Champions Rush. For now, will they able to get any booyah? Falcon and Fluxo have chance of unlocking Champions Rush if the 4 of teams which have unlocked the Champions Rush doesn't get booyah. Then Falcon and Fluxo may get the chance. We can see Apex Gaming is struggling their way in the match right now.
As expected,
Buriram against EVOS, a great rivalry we can see here. Ray has been eliminated by Joanna right there.
They have called out for the lightning zone, which means it's going to be tough for EVOS to run away. If they get hit by one of those lightning bolts, you know they're going to get marked by that Moko as well. Aim God, Apex, trying to boost themselves away out of the compound on the slide rails. Jonah, AC-80 in hand. And those glue walls just keeping the boys safe for the time being. And RRQ on the
RRQ is against Twisted Minds. Lions have gotten to fight with EVOS right there. Now EVOS are in risk. Lions are showing their dominance over the leaderboard and match 2. EVOS Aim God has been knocked down 2. Buriram may chase them and get into clash with Lions, but Lions have decided to take rotation move away from the spot. Lions are taking a position, moving away from that spot. 2 eliminations for Lions. Lions are still
the kind of miracle that SHUL was expecting to achieve here on the grand final stage.
All 48 players of teams are alive. All teams are alive with
that he was
Evo's having
willing to
3
let go of
eliminations.
his opportunity to graduate
Falcons
to the
are
rest
in
of
clash
his
with
buddies, but he
Loud.
represented the nation
Trap has
on our
been
global final
trapped
stage.
in the
Couldn't
blue
really
was
walk away
on
with the
fire.
best.
And
But he has
Falcons have
another
knocked him down and
opportunity
took
here
the
on the world
kill.
stage.
On fire has took the kill of Loud
Falcons
Trap right here.
is bumping into
Falcons with
small
1
points on the way in towards the
elimination
next
moving
zone.
ahead.
Loud, on the
Loud
other hand,
Trap has been
not having
revived right
fun just
away.
yet as they were forced to play a little
Solis
bit of a
against
reset. SHUL, speaking
EGL.
of them, AGL
Solis
bumps into them and they clean up
Against
house.
EGL. Troll is about to get knocked down right there. Knocked down.
Breaks down his defenses and the follow-up
And
from
Troll
View
has been
of the Car
eliminated.
98 makes the job
Jack
too
is
easy
away
for
from his
AGL and one
team.
final survivor
Jack needs
in
to
the name of
revive
Jack,
his teammates
trying
right
his
here.
best to get away.
AGL
Completely taking over
are
Casa Vista.
moving
So Jack
ahead.
on the run, Puts in finding aim god on the wayside.
Lions with 2 eliminations, AGL with 3 eliminations, Fluxo with 3 eliminations, Eagles with 3 eliminations too. Apex Gaming, KD God has been knocked down right there and eliminated right away.
On the survival stage, the
Buriram is trying to chase Apex Gaming right away. Shoto and Shailjaat, only remaining survivors of the Wolverine also being the remaining survivor right there. KD God has been revived right away. Buriram is chasing Apex Gaming. Buriram are trying to chase.
Making their way back onto global stage after many years. And such an achievement is definitely admirable. But how far can they go? Can they now start playing spoilers? Can they keep the competition alive long
Lions
enough to
are
activate
moving
match
towards
point for themselves? I mean, that would
Moshi
be a
have
miracle
been
if they ever
spotted
saw
by
one.
Joker right away.
We have uncapped games, so there's always that possibility.
Moshi
I
has
do
got
look
a
forward to if we
significant damage
ever
right
get to
there.
stretch this out.
Joker
seems like the dominant
has
teams
got
are
inside.
still alive
Mid
and
started
are still
from
kicking it.
Moshi have been knocked
And
down
the shot
on
one
the
of the Moshi who
slide.
has not been
He
fighting
had applied
much
blue
in
walls
this
right there,
grand
but
final.
still have been
Lions now
eliminated
bumped
by
into
Joker.
Evos, bumped into Buriram, but of course not the full squad of Buriram.
Three eliminations for Lion, 3 eliminations for EGL team. Falcons are against RRQ. RRQ with 0 eliminations. RRQ aren't able to do any great performance in the match. Loud is also decided to participate in this clash. Rather than just surviving till end, they have decided to participate in this clash. Falcons are moving away. Falcons have decided to rush. Falcons have decided to fly away, but still Loud BJP knocked him down. Renz has been remaining right there. Loud Abbe, RRQ Abbe was trying to run away, but Loud has eliminated him right away. Great fight for Loud. Elimination point from here without getting anyone eliminated. Falcon Limit is still surviving behind the tower right away.
Smelling blood out there, and they want to reap
Twisted
the
Minds
benefits of the efforts
nearby.
from these two squads.
Solis Foods
on the
are
way
trying
in.
to back
And this is going to be a very
Loud
messy fight
Gaming.
right outside of Riders Club. Team Apex Gaming could also join the fight here.
Buriram and Lion may get into
it
clash
is,
right there, we
wow,
can see.
Battle Royale
But
at its
Buriram
finest
is
with the
trying
lightning
to
zone out there,
go
but
away.
everybody slowly
EOS
inching closer and
Apex
closer towards
is
the
moving
next
with a
circle.
vehicle.
Lion versus Buriram. This is round 2. Let's see what happens.
Lion wins this, they free themselves up on the western side, and it will be just like the same
Team RRQ has been
situation
eliminated as they were in danger. They have
where Lion takes the
got
west side of the map and
eliminated
AJL
right
takes
away.
the eastern side, and they both meet in the middle. But with
Lions
Eagles
are pushed on the
now it's
Vassana.
BRU's chance to
Vassana
find some
is in risk
redemption.
of getting
If
eliminated.
King's gonna
Vassana
Vassana
has
chases
showed
him down
its
and confirms
dominance.
that elimination.
Okay,
spring into life,
getting
looking for
a
Buriram plays spoilers here, stopping the Lion squad.
Lion
right here, right now,
Della.
Della, sliver of health
Della
left on him.
is
Vassana
in risk.
already used up the Valiant Dash earlier, just with the slide rail, trying to get into position. Will drop down to the lower.
Della is against Vassana and Della has been eliminated. Double kill for Vassana. Vassana is showing his dominance. Joker is moving away, but we can see
But what is this? Buriram.
Buriram, one player is nearby and following. Joker has been down right there. Joker has been eliminated. Jaco's only player remaining of Lion.
To intercept their rotation. He wasn't even in the early
Wrong
exchange. It was
fight
just get
they
high
had pulled out
and Moshi
against
already went on an
Buriram.
adventure. anticipating that rotation, but
This
thankfully
makes
the
snatch
young
away the
kid of
moment.
Lion brings the rest of his seniors back and they get another shot at this.
AGL is fighting
now
as
facing off against Falcons to deny
Falcons.
potential.
Cypher has been down right there. Pina. Pina against Nameless. Can we out 1v2 clutch of Pina? No. Pina has been down right away. Nameless revived Cypher right there.
No match for the M82B, especially in the hands of Dew. Great advantage taken
Falcon
with
on
the weapon
fire
in hand.
has
In fact, he's
escaped,
got the
trying to
AWM as well
revive
if
its
he wants
team.
to pack a
Falcons
super
need
punch off
to
those
make a
snipes.
great comeback to
Eliminations
come
here
into
for
Champions
AGL.
Rush,
Already
or else they
activated
won't be
match
able
point.
to
They
do
love
any
this booyah.
great.
It's all about the
AGL
booyah
has
here.
established their
At the start
dominance
of the
over
day,
the
no booyah,
their
no problem.
area. Lion
Right now, no
Choker.
booyah. Very big problem for
Lions
Esports Squad.
have been
I
revived
did
right
mention earlier
away.
on that Falcons is one of
Their
the teams that
team
have a
is
chance to reach
reuniting
90
around
points.
Arkaway.
And if in a universe that they win the trophy, they will not only be a two-time champion, but we will have an actual two-time champion, and that would be on fire. And how cool is that?
Oh yeah, man.
He was there back with Peter, with Koskill, with one more back in Riyadh 2024, when they set the world record that was just broken by Lion.
Is that the only highlight Lion gets from this grand finals? A record set by them, or they get a
Eagles
double,
Rise have been eliminated by Lions
record-breaking,
here.
record-setting match, and
Games
then
have eliminated Ryza right there.
championship here.
4 eliminations for Lions. Lions
at the
moving
Esports
peacefully
World
and
Cup 2026. They
clashfully
gather up together
towards
with the
the
rest of the team
circle.
members inside the circle. They are safe.
AGL also
on the
moving
other
towards
hand,
circle, but
Ball
has
Dew
been
hopping out of
attacked
the
by
vehicle.
Twisted
Very
Diamond.
smart play.
Twisted
That
Diamonds have
definitely saves their
attacked
lives.
AGL.
But they'll have
Made
to use
pressure
a
on
lot of these
EGL right
utilities, a
here.
lot of those glue
Jump is
balls
constantly
route their way
firing
closer
bullets
to
towards
Twisted
EGL,
Mind.
trying to
This is
break
gonna be
blue
a
walls them.
hard one.
Got
If they
great
survive,
damage.
it's gonna be good.
Skylar
But
was
not good enough.
Skylar's
Explosive needed to hit
wasn't
that. It's
good
also a good
enough.
time to draw a parallel between EVOS and Lion. Last year, at the cusp of victory, it was Rasha, the wonder kid, the newcomer that kept the team alive.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
yeah.
now it was Wakos that did it.
And remember, last year EWOS activated Champion Rush on game number 6, and it took them 4 games to find the finisher.
EGL is under great
We
pressure.
see a similar
Twisted Minds
situation here for
is
the Latin
making
squad
a great
as well.
pressure on
They struggle
EGL
to
right
get
now.
held back.
If EGL gets eliminated
find
right
that
now,
final
their
circle
chance
and
of
rip this
winning
one
on
away.
Champions Rush is in
Kameski finding
danger,
Gracia.
as Twisted Minds
Super
too have
sniper
unlocked
of
the
EWOS,
Champions
the
Rush.
wonder kid out,
Both champions
looking
and his
for
team
that
are
revive
fighting
off of the rest of his
with
team
each
members.
other
Twisted
right now.
Minds keeping AGAL
Will
a little bit
AGL move
entertained,
away,
but I have
or
to say
will
it again,
Twisted Minds
amazing
and
rotation
AGL
by
right there?
AGAL to avoid disaster there, as Twisted Minds had the compound, had the circle, and were trying to gatekeep them.
Yeah, but AJL will still be put under pressure because there's an open ground.
Yeah.
There's really nothing much to keep them safe unless for some reason
Buriram.
decides that they want a piece of
Buriram is
that.
also trying to participate in the
We might
clash.
see a reunion between Lion and BRU.
Buriram and Lion are again in clash.
Rushes past Lion.
Buriram and Lion are again in clash again.
If Buriram gets to that final circle, walks away with Booyah, they'll definitely activate the match point for themselves as well. And no better way to stop the other teams.
EGL has rushed towards
Then you
Twisted
walk away
Minds
with
right here.
Booyah on your own
Diamond
make sure
and
they cannot
Exposy
end
have
the
been
game.
eliminated.
As AGAL hits the triple. Lion finding
Twisted
Falcons
Minds
out there
needs
as
to back
well.
off now, and they
Unfortunately,
have
Twisted
backed
Minds
off.
looking to gatekeep AGAL, and that just did not go their way at all. Do you look
Twisted
at
with
this?
the bars have
Guys
been
tanking
down
the
right
damage
there.
from the
Soon
circle.
only
Yago from the
remaining,
opposite
jump
end.
only
Ghana
remaining
98
right
takes
there.
the pass out. Only one
Okay,
final survivor
you
here for
is
Twisted
having
Minds.
their eyes
Should know
on
that there's a
jump
separate
right there.
team ahead
Twisted
because
Minds may get eliminated
saw
right
the
here.
feed as well.
Okay, jump has been
getting tagged
eliminated.
by
Exposy
Cypher.
have been
That's
revived.
his fourth.
Exposy is coming
This should
towards
be the
another
end
revival
of
right
Twisted
here.
Minds. But here comes
8
Mabialos,
eliminations
the
for
launchpad.
EGL.
So revive player dropping outside the circle here, looking for yet
Okay,
another revive.
Joker doing great sniping right there. Hitting high axle as revived its player and got down right there. Wasana has been down
The ones
too.
who activated the jump rush so early on. Games King has
Buriram Choena.
Exposy brings back the pass. It's still alive.
Choena has been spotted. Joker is dealing a great damage right there. Joker needs healing. Joker has himself. Games King had mid rush. Buriram has been eliminated by
Freed
Lions.
themselves out completely. And even better, gain possession of the circle.
MIBR loss has been
Now please scan
eliminated
out the
to
remnants of
Team
AJL.
RRQ.
It's the same as the
Buriram
last
and
game
Loss
where
MIBR
both
are the
Lion and
teams that have
AJL
got
destined to
eliminated.
meet in the
Falcons, Team
middle
Falcons have been
for a
eliminated
chance
too.
at
Falcons haven't been able to cop up with their pace that they had started with.
The competition
8 points for Fluxo in elimination, 76 plus 8. They have a good chance of getting Champions Rush unlocked right away. But will they?
EWC still alive and kicking, although they have not really looked super aggressive at
AGL has
all.
took a rotation loud against AGL. Soul Esports have been eliminated out of the game. Now AGL is having great pressure, constant damages of okay Loud. Loud has been spotted by Dew. Dew is trying to make
shots from afar,
make a significant damage on the Loud, but Loud has kept their safe hold right there, and they have now took the rotation. AGL is trying to move close towards Loud and go in a close range clash as M590 has been pulled out by Barros.
enough time as the circle catches up with them as well. Nameless takes himself out with the ice grenade. That's not the play you want.
Barros is waiting for them to come out with his M590 right there on the corner. Loud Knicks have okay, they are repositioning themselves. They are repositioning them. Nameless have been eliminated. Barros is still waiting inside the zone, trying to take Evos have been eliminated out of the equation. Sahil Chat have been eliminated. Shoto Wolven remaining. Twisted Minds have been eliminated. They have lost the chance of Booyah and winning the EWC title right now. Lion, AGL, Loud, three teams of Champions Rush are in the fight right now. 14 eliminations of Lion with great dominance. They are still moving aggressively towards Booyah. Apex Gaming is camping right there. Great damage. Soto has been down. Wolven has down. KD God only remaining. KD God has been wiped out. Apex Gaming has wiped out AGL, Lion and Loud. Okay, now there is the decision to be made between 3 teams only. Who is gonna have Booyah, AGL, Lion or Loud? This is the last match of the day. Guys, share it up. We are seeing the last match of the day. EGL versus Lion versus Loud. 2v4v4. You can see Lions are moving aggressively towards Loud. Louds are getting great damage right there. Loud has got a great pressure right there. Loud is about to get eliminated, and Loud has been eliminated. It's 2v4. AGL against Lion. Okay, 1v4 now. Dew is only player remaining of AGL right here. Dew can do 1v4. And AGL has been wiped out. Lions have got their Booyah. We have EWC 2026 champions right here. Lions have won the championship of EWC 2026 Free Fire Esports World Cup 2026 co-streamed at the Daydreamers. Lions have won their title. Lions have won the trophy right here. Team of Latin America has won the EWC World Cup 2026 title right here. Great match. They played aggressively rather than defending and playing defensive. They played aggressively and they have won this match right here. We have got our winner of EWC 2026 Free Fire World Cup. Lions have won their title. Great excitement for them. We have got our winner. Loud pushed very hard. AGL tried very hard, but they weren't able to get the title of EWC 2026. Co-streamed by the Daydreamers, myself, Sneha Purva. We have witnessed great action, great dominance by Lion. They have won their matches. Now, tears of happiness in eyes of Lions. We can see great dominance we have seen of Lions on the map, on the game. Lions have won Esports World Cup 2026. This has given us the decision right away. Lions have won the Esports World Cup 2026 right now. We have got our champions right away. Loud lose their chance. Loud has lost their chance. AGL lost their chance. And Lions have dominated the leaderboard in terms of eliminations and booyahs to great play by Lions.
One of the biggest threats for Brazil, always behind Brazil. But now they are in front. And speaking of in front, let's throw it over to Bonnie. We need the interview.
Indian teams weren't able to perform any good in this match. In this finals, they weren't able to perform any good, but we can see Lions have made a great victory right here. Lions, a proud moment for Lions.
The Lions roar right here at the Esports World Cup.
Tears of happiness can be seen in eyes of Lions right here. They have won the title of EWC Esports World Cup Free Fire Grand Finals. They have been won. They have won the title of Esports World Cup 2026. Myself Snehapur, I'll be back with the stream. Let us hear from Lions for now or for a bit.
Contento, no sé, creo que como tal, sinceramente en mi mente no estoy dimensionando mucho de lo que, no sé, la verdad, sí es como, tengo felicidad, pero no, solo eso, feliz, no siento nada más.
I'm happy, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really dimensioning what's happening right now. So I guess I'm just happy. Yeah, I'm happy.
Doing it in style like this, clinching the win here at the Esports World Cup with the community behind you, with the fans screaming your names. Dude, I know you're crying, but how does it feel?
¿Cómo te sientes?
Lo mismo.
¿Cómo te sientes? Sí, ¿qué se siente?
Me siento muy contento. Que no puedo describir estos momentos. Han sido momentos muy difíciles en mi vida, con mi ansiedad. He estado muy mal estos últimos meses, sin contárselo a nadie, solo a mi familia. Y creo que este logro siento que me representa mucho, ya que prácticamente soy un valiente. Cada viaje es un desafío para mí. Y creo que ganar con mi equipo, mis compañeros, mi familia, me llena el alma, me llena el corazón. Y esto es Lion, watch.
I'm really happy. It's been a rough couple of months for me dealing with my anxiety. I never really talked to someone besides my family. Every single trip is a struggle for me, and I'm so really happy to be champions with my team. And this is Lion.
I love that. An incredible answer. Good job. An incredible answer. Right, we have things to do. Let's go. We're going to go this way over towards the Crusher. Follow me, gentlemen. It is time to cement your legacy here at the Esports World Cup. So follow me round to the back of this Crusher. Here we go. Right, line up here, gentlemen. Line up here. This is the time. Right here you see in front of you all 11 keys of all of the teams that you have now eliminated from the Esports World Cup. Wait. Whoa. However, what we're going to do right now is we're going to open this Crusher by pressing this button. Go for it. Go for it. Okay, it is now open. The teeth are out. We are ready to destroy these keys. Anything you'd like to say to your teams before you crush them?
¿Algo que quieras decir a los equipos antes que los destruyas?
Nada, o sea que simplemente siento que hoy fue nuestro día. Cada uno de los finalistas creo que lo hizo muy bien. Hay que dar todo por el todo, haciendo lo que nos gusta y bueno, me duele destruirlos.
I think just today was our day. Every single finalist here is worth it. Today was our day, and it hurts me really much to destroy you.
Well, we are about to witness the keys getting crushed.
Okay, here we go.
All the other teams' keys getting crushed by Lions. We can see we have got our champions right here. Okay, every key has got crushed right away.
Okay.
Every key has got crushed right away. Lions have made their champions.
You know what's going to feel better? Putting your key inside that trophy. Let's invite the key master
now
to the stage to present you with the Lions key for the EWC trophy. Come on,
now
baby.
Lions key will be put in the trophy.
There is your key. Please take it. Gentlemen, what I'm going to get you to do is walk all the way to the trophy and I want you to seal the trophy by putting your key in the center and then lift the trophy for everyone at the Esports World Cup to see and cement.
Okay, get ready for excitement. Trophy is about to be lifted by Lions. Lifted by Lions. Lions are going to lift trophy in just a bit. They are moving towards that.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2026 Free Fire champions at the Esports World Cup, Lion. Here we go. Cement your legacy.
Unfortunately, India hasn't able to won or even hasn't able to dominate any of the game, but we still cheer for India. We will be back. India will be back in another EWC. India will make us proud again. For now, it's time for Lions. They are going to put their key into the trophy. Now they are about to lift the trophy. Cheer up for them.
2026 champions of Free Fire at the Esports World Cup.
The trophy is about to be lifted up by Lions, and they have lifted up the trophy. Proud moment for Lions and their country. Lion is from Chile. How am I supposed to pronounce this country? Chile, right? Okay, Lion is from Chile. Latin American team has won the EWC 2026 co-streamed by the Daydreamers. They have lifted up the trophy for Free Fire Grand Finals. We can see.
To secure a championship here at the Esports World Cup alongside these teammates, what does it mean to you and what would you like to say to them?
¿Qué se siente haber ganado con tus compañeros de equipo? ¿Qué se siente esta victoria y haber ganado con ellos?
Bueno, primero que nada agradecerle a todos obviamente por hacer el aguante y los que vinieron también a la hinchada. Y respondiendo a la pregunta, es increíble tener un equipo tan grande como este, jugadores magníficos y poderlos dirigirlos, guiarlos a la victoria, se me hace un orgullo increíble, se me llena el pecho, el alma se me llena de tener a estos jugadores y que gracias por confiar en mí.
First of all, thank you very much to everyone who's been here and has been supporting us, the people who came here to support us. And to answer your question, I'm full of this feeling to having these magnificent players, to be able to coach them, to lead them, to be with them through their journey. And I'm just extremely happy and extremely grateful to be able to have these teammates.
Well, we have another surprise for you guys. Of course, right here at the Esports World Cup, we have the Sony MVP Tournament Trophy to be giving out. So can I invite the Keymaster over here with our Sony Tournament MVP Trophy? Ladies and gentlemen, your Sony MVP of the tournament, it's Games King.
MVP
Make some noise!
Games King has been crowned MVP. We can see with 60 eliminations, 39,000 of damage, 71 knockouts. Great player, Lion Games King.
And to secure the MVP alongside your teammates.
¿Qué se siente haber jugado tan bien que eres el MVP de este torneo?
Nada, o sea, súper contento, yo siempre doy mi 100%. Bueno, no puedo dar mi 100% ya que mi ansiedad no me lo deja, pero hoy jugué con el corazón, jugué con el alma y los nerviosismos jamás me van a detener y gracias a mis compañeros que sin ellos este MVP no sería mío.
I'm very happy. I always try to give my 100%. I couldn't give my 100% today because of my anxiety. I always struggle with it. But thank you very much to all of my teammates because without them, I wouldn't be MVP.
Well, I can't wait to see what you're like at 100% at your next international event. Come on over here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get you guys one final time to lift that trophy and to just bask in this incredible event, this incredible moment for you guys as a team. And so, for one final time, ladies and gentlemen, your 2026 Free Fire champions at the Esports World Cup, it is Lion!
It wasn't Thailand. It wasn't Indonesia. It wasn't any of those other teams that everybody expected to lift that trophy. It came down to one of the biggest surprise that we have seen at Free Fire at EWC 26.
Lion has got $300,000 of winning prize.
Lion,
EGL has got $180,000 of winning prize, $120,000 for Loud Sneakers, $80,000 for Twisted Mind, $61,000 for Fluxo W7M, $47,000 for Team Falcons, $37,000 for Buriram Unity Esports, $30,000 for MIBR Loss, $26,000 for Team RRQ, $22,000 for EVO's title defender. They have lost the title of EWC 2025 Free Fire World Champion. Now they have lost the title. Now at $18,000 we have Soul Esports, $14,000 for Team Apex Gaming, $11,000 for Team Vitality. Now we can see the revival of which three keys of the team will they select to keep in their trophy.
El primero, uno. MBR. Fluxo. And the third one. El otro. No, pero el primero, pará.
Buriram. Tercero, EOS.
Okay, so we have our keymaster who's gonna pick these three keys, guys, for you. So I have a little question. Why did you choose these three teams?
¿Por qué han escogido esos tres equipos?
Porque son equipos fuertes, todos son campeones del mundo y haberles ganado obviamente también se siente bastante. Y bueno, eligió el año pasado.
Because those three are world champions, they are really strong teams. We are really happy we won against them, and one of them beat us last year.
So how does it feel for you guys to put your name alongside some of the greatest teams in the history right there in the totem stage?
¿Cómo se siente inmortalizar sus nombres en ese tótem con los otros mejores jugadores del mundo?
Here are the crush key of the three teams they have said.
¿Cómo se siente inmortalizar tu nombre con los otros campeones del mundo en el tótem?
Nada, se siente increíble, es una experiencia única. Siempre de pequeño pensé en vivir esto, un objetivo, un sueño, una meta. Y poder lograrlo, conseguirlo con prácticamente mi familia, un sueño prácticamente.
I'm really happy. This is truly a dream come true. I've always dreamt about this even since I was a little kid. So this is something I reached with my teammates, with my family. This is just a dream come true.
Congratulations again, guys. This was insane gameplay. You put forth, like, all of these games was crazy, guys. So really, congratulations again. And now it's time to collect your keyframe and selling the totem. So you can go, guys, and forever becoming part of EWC 2026.
Vayan por su trofeo. Vayan a poner su nombre. Vayan a poner su nombre con el resto de los campeones.
It's so hard for me to hear me in the...
Now Lions are about to put their key into EWC 2026. They are going to make history right now. Here we can see 2026 Free Fire have been won by Lion. Esports World Cup champions are Lions. They have put their key in the frame and made their history.
From nobody believing in them, from going through survival stage, this squad has been able to surprise everybody. The top dogs had nothing against them. Latin America, you are the best in the world when it comes to Free Fire at EWC 26.
Lions won the title of EWC 2026 Free Fire World Champions. Okay, this was all for today. We have got our Esports World Cup champions, Lions, and will be back with stream in short time. And we have another great announcement to make. Myself, Snapur, the Daydreamer. I'll be back with another announcement in a short time. For now, keep dreaming. Myself, Snapur, checking out the stream of EWC 2026.